Hello, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and everybody else under the rainbow of our wonderful community. How are you doing today? If you're watching this on YouTube, then you may not know, this is Otome Day. It is light outside, I am off of work, and I have decided to play Otomes all day long. So if you see multiple Otome VODs with me wearing the same outfit, that is the reason why. And today we are starting off with Saintess of the Golden Bow, who just released their extended demo, as well as launched their Kickstarter for the game. I played other parts, which are already up on YouTube. I played the original demo, and so today we are starting from where we ended in those videos and going straight into the extended demo portion. So I'm really excited. This is also sponsored by Transparent Games, the dev team behind Saintess, so shout out to them. All their information will be down in the description box below, so please, please, please check them out as a way to support me. I'd really appreciate it. And Twitch chat is here, of course. Hello, Twitch chat. So we were just talking about how pretty this is. I don't know why I should love these colors. Maybe it's the bisexual like part of me, because it has that blue and then it goes to like this purpley pink. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's just me. Now I did check out. I still had all my loads from last game or last time. 2024, 2020. Ugh. And then this is the one that I checked today. This is the last line that we ended on. And I remember saying last time, I love that there were so many load files.
That's hot, that's sexy, fucking do it!
Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. What brings you over to our end of the Twitchiverse? I was not expecting that at all. What brings you over to our end of the Twitchiverse? Ooh, I didn't realize these kind of change colors. Is that just because it's the latest? It's a different color than these? Hi, welcome! So, this is Celeste. This is us, the main character. We just had a moment with Levi, our like friend, guard kind of thing. So he is one of the romances that you can pursue. I'm pursuing Noah the Prince, which is kind of off-brand for me because I don't really go for the royals. I do go for the dukes usually, but this one held a sword to my throat. So again, please watch the other VODs for that, the other videos for that, because it got spicy. It got spicy. I am staying hydrated today. It's the last thing I can do. Last thing I can do? The last thing I do. All right. So. I added this to my wish list. Oh, yes. I'm so excited. It's so good. I loved the first two, or not first two, my playing it the first two parts, but I loved the original demo. So, we have basically just a little quick summary. We basically got chosen by this bow to become a part of the team that's going to go defeat the big bad evil guy, BBEG, if you will. And so we have to start training, and we get along with this group of people, then we will go, and like the story, the plot is us taking care of this problem. Because we're just randomly fucking chosen and falling in love along the way. So, the next day, I begin training with the Golden Bow on the palace training grounds. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Sorry. Much as I expected, due to its elaborate design, the bow proves difficult to use. I send arrow after arrow flying at targets, but I only hit once out of every 10 times. Not only are my bow skills rusty, but the weapon isn't cooperating either. Finally, too frustrated to continue, I give up. I'll try again tomorrow. I make my way to my room with Levi following behind me. This is a suicide mission. We're not going to come back to soulless alive. Please, My husband! I mean, excuse me. I'm sorry. Please, Noah, don't say such things in public. What if someone hears you? At the end of the corridor, two people stand to the side talking. The one who said something about a suicide mission is Noah. After our conversation in the garden the other day, his words don't shock me. What does surprise me, though, is that he's openly talking about his feelings with someone else. Okay, she pretty. Oh, she pretty. Are you available? I totally forgot like the voices for the main characters, so we'll just play. I hide behind a pillar and take a peek at the other person. The dark-skinned knight with her hair in buns must be Tarek, Noah's right hand and the leader of the palace guards. She's wearing armor with the Lokari Empire royal insignia on her chest, characteristic of the guards. The leader of the mission should believe in the quest's success. You can't be heard doubting our ability to defeat the Demon Queen. It's just... I have a really bad feeling about Mother's request, Tarek. Why is she pushing us to go on to the Demon Queen's castle so soon? Why can't we wait a few months until everyone feels ready and has practiced fighting as a team? We can't go against the Empress's orders. You know that. She said her reason for the rush is that the demon army keeps getting closer and closer to the capital. Yet the fiends are at least 3 weeks' journey away from Solus on horseback, and they haven't made any significant movements toward us in at least a decade. We've got time. The Empress seems to have a different opinion on the matter. I just don't trust her. Noah, watch what you say. What if... Suddenly she turns around and unsheaths her sword. Who's there? She's noticed me. It took them long enough to notice me, but sure, honey, okay. Oh, I can't save. I'm not gonna run away. I'm gonna step out, reveal myself. That's my husband. I step out from behind the pillar, revealing myself. Oh, if it isn't the Saintess. Welcome. Hello. How much of our conversation did you overhear? A lot of it. I told you, Your Grace. You should be more careful. I'm sorry for eavesdropping. I was just curious. The excuse is a sad one, but it's the truth. Noah takes a step closer to me. Oh, you were curious about me? Sorry, you don't gotta call me. I dug my own hole, but you don't... Maybe? I arch my eyebrows, unsure of what he means. I didn't say... He leans in closer to me, his face level with mine. He has his signature smirk on his face. I didn't know you were interested in me, Celeste. Chat did. Chat knew. I finally understand what he's suggesting. He's flirting with me. That's not what I meant. I'm very pleased to win your attention. If you want to know more about me, how about we get together for tea? He really is hitting on me. I feel embarrassed, unsure of how to respond. I'm not... Would tomorrow afternoon be okay for you? Not that he's letting me get a word in edgewise anyway. Anger rises in my heart. I'm not interested in you. Celeste, come, baby girl, Celeste, come here.
Yes, we are. There's some playing hard to get, and then there is, severing every fucking chance we have at this. I need you to chill. Just say yes, just for me, just say yes.
It's super tsundere here. I take a few steps back, putting distance between us again. Noah chuckles. I let out a frustrated huff. I don't appreciate you flirting with me. Is that what I'm doing? You clearly are. The other day he wanted to kill me, and today he's playing with me. What a frustrating guy. I'm leaving. I rush towards my rooms, my footsteps heavy. I feel furious at Noah for clearly making fun of me. Levi follows behind me like my shadow. I spend the next few days training with the golden bow. I increase my accuracy rate, but I'm still struggling to wield the weapon. In the afternoon, Elijah approaches me. How's the training going? Should I be honest with him? I hesitate, but I know I'll need his help to access the bow's magic. Honestly, the training's not going great. I feel like the bow is fighting me for control. The bow is supposed to be semi-sentient. It may very well be that it hasn't yet fully accepted you. Hasn't fully accepted me? What should I do to make the artifact approve of me? Unfortunately, I don't know. Training will continue to be a struggle, won't it? I wanted to ask you something ever since I was chosen as a Saintess. You're the High Priest, so you know a lot about holy magic, is that right? As much as a human possibly can. I'm the strongest light magic user in the Empire. Ah, that's right. I remember that part from the book. Everyone thought Elijah would become the saint, but on his 18th birthday, he didn't get chosen. The previous high priest abdicated at that time and passed on the role to Elijah. That's how Elijah came to have such a high position at such a young age. The novel also said Elijah's light magic is abnormally strong. Could you teach me about light magic? Sure, but you have no magic of your own. You know that, right? I nod. Celeste was never a magic user, and that fact didn't change when I took over her body. But I have to defeat the Demon Queen with the Golden Bow's magic, right? So, is there a way for me to access it? Ah, yes. Artifacts like the Golden Bow do carry their own magic. You don't have to have a magical affinity of your own to use their power. Although already being trained in wielding magic would help you understand more easily how the bow's magic is used. Still, I can at least explain the basics to you, and then with practice, I'm sure you'll catch on. What if I don't understand what he tries to teach me? Will we be doomed to fail then? I swallow hard. I'm afraid I'll be a magical failure. No, gloomy thoughts won't help make anything better. I need to focus on what Elijah can teach me and do my best to understand the Golden Bow's power. Please teach me what you know about using an artifact's holy magic. Sure. Oh, there's going to be a cut. There's going to be art. I know there's going to be art. I know. Elijah moves behind me, touching the hand I'm using to aim the golden bow. Close your eyes. I'll pour some of my light magic into you so that you can understand how magic flows through the human body. To access the golden bow's magic, you have to pull some of that magic towards you and let it enter your body. Be open to it. Don't struggle against the power. Oh man, I thought I was ready to be like, I'm correct. Too early. It's fine. I can be patient. I can... Patience. I close my eyes like Elijah commands. I feel his grip on my hand growing firmer. He's standing behind me, his chest pressed against my back so I can feel the heat of his body touching mine. The contact is quite intimate and makes my cheeks flush with embarrassment. Then I feel Elijah's magic enter my body. It's a gentle stream, not as strong as when he examined me for injuries a few days ago. Still, I can feel the magic coursing through my veins. That's a romance route. This is potentially more power for actually defeating the queen. Focus on the flow of magic. Elijah told me to focus on the flow of magic so I don't let myself succumb to the pleasant feeling of closeness. I focus on the power coursing through my veins instead. Do you feel how the magic is moving through you? Yes, I do. Elijah lets go of me and steps away. I wonder if I chose the romance route if I would have gotten the CG that I was thinking it was going to be there. Probably. I'm still going to say that I was right. Shush, 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 shh, shh. Elijah lets go of me and steps away, taking the comforting presence of his magic with him. I'm almost saddened, suddenly feeling as if I've lost something important. I shake off the strange emotion. You must convince the golden bow to let you access its magic. Then pull the power towards yourself and let it flow through your body. Only by doing so will you be able to aim with that magic with your arrow and strike the demon queen when the time comes. I use my staff as a way to store more magic. Even though I have magic of my own within my body, I can only use more powerful spells with the staff's help. Just like what you must do with the bow, I draw the magic of my staff into my body so I can release the power as bolts of light. The human body is a conduit for an artifact's magic. I nod, trying my best to comprehend what Elijah's explaining. I'll try it out. Great. Let me know if you have any more questions. I have to return to my office. You can find me there whenever you need me. After Elijah leaves, I return to practicing archery. I try to pull the bow's magic towards me like he instructed. Nothing. But I can't replicate what the high priest did. Even so, I keep trying. There's too much at stake for me to give up so easily. Okay, that's enough for today. I can't overdo it or else I won't have the strength to train tomorrow. I do a few stretches, grab my bow, and make my way back to my room. Oh. In the palace corridor, I run into someone I hadn't expected to meet again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on binaries of Twitch and YouTube, there's a Kickstarter going on for this game. And, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I heard a little birdie say that, this guy is, potentially a, stretch goal reward? So, I'm just double checking. Yeah. If they hit a stretch goal, I'm told that we can have a little romance route with him, and I'm a little partial to Dukes of the North, personally. Don't usually go for princes, to be honest. Noah is just out of left field here that I'm... Okay, well, it's... I know why, but the Duke of the North always gets me. Always, so... I'm just gonna say, just to check that out, Twitch !game, if you want to check out those links, do me a favor. Anyway, George, hello, hi. Not gonna question the thick eyeshadows on George, but me likey. Hey, look, we all wish that we could do that eyeliner like him, okay? He got that eyeliner on point, sir. I bow to your artistry. Greetings, Lady Celeste. Oh, wrong thing. Come back here. George nods at me, putting a hand over his heart. I make my best attempt at a curtsy. Your Grace. George looks me up and down, his eyes show concern. Are you doing okay? Yes, I am. You ran off from the ball the other night and never returned. It's true that I embarrassed myself by running away from George and Penelope in the middle of our conversation. I was about to have an anxiety attack, so I needed to get away, but... After I met Noah in the gardens and cried my eyes out, I was too tired to rejoin the party. I didn't want to be amongst people anymore anyway, especially nobles who were just waiting for me to make a blunder. I've been worried for you. We adorable, to be fair. If all these men are falling for us, we're adorable, so it makes sense. And we're nice, like, and sassy. A sassy, confident, nice, cute. All of it together. Yeah, makes perfect sense to me. Now that was unexpected. Why would George worry about me? We barely know each other. I've really been okay. I get the feeling he doesn't buy my words. Walk with me in the gardens? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to get to know one of the most important people in the Lokari Empire better. Okay. We walk for a while in silence until we reach the less frequented part of the gardens. I've been meaning to ask you about something, but the dining table during a ball didn't seem like the right place. Could you tell me more about the demon that attacked you? Yes, of course. It was an imp, if I recognized it correctly. It was a small flying creature with a scorpion's tail, long horns and sharp claws. Yes, that's right. It had reddish-gray skin and red wings with some symbols tattooed on them. They come in various colors. Do they? Yes. Imps are aplenty at the war front. They have a cruel nature, seeking to play with their victims rather than outright kill them like other monstrosities. Though they're relatively easy to kill with magic or arrows, if one can keep up with their swift movements. Sorry, let me read that again. Though they're relatively easy to kill with magic or arrows, if one can keep up with their swift movements. They know how to dodge attacks well. Demons are more intelligent than humans give them credit for. You know a lot about demons. I'm not sure how much you know about me. I used to be the general of the Lokari Empire's army, and I fought on the war front for years. The general? Yes, the highest ranking officer in the field. But aren't you very young to hold such an important position? George chuckles. I'm momentarily stunned when I see his beautiful, carefree smile. You're one to judge. Celeste just turned 18 this year. I was 3 years older when I died. Yeah, you're right. I'm 26. Oh, then you're not that much older than me. You think 8 years is not much? In this world where there are bigger age gaps between couples and arranged marriages. Wait, why am I thinking about George as a love interest? He isn't asking me this question for me to consider him romantically. Now look, you could change that. Come here, you could change that. We could, !game, Twitch chat, YouTube, it's in the down below. We could change that by going to Kickstarter, giving a little money, getting the game and putting a little money to the game and getting said game when it's fully released. And hitting, you know, that goal that gets us the George romance? We could do that! Just saying. Just putting it out there. We could! That's all. Just wanted to just put it out there. Just putting it out there. Just gonna... there you go. Moving on. Anyway, they could be a love interest. Definitely. They get me every time. The Dukes get me every time. It depends on why you're asking. I suppose you're right. It's just that I feel older than my age. The years I spent on the battlefield took a toll on me. Could you tell me more about the war? Sure. What would you like to know? The war has been going on for a few decades now. Is it really impossible to win without the Saint? We've encountered the Demon Queen herself on numerous occasions, but we couldn't kill her with weapons or magic. Even light magic wielded by powerful priests couldn't breach her defenses. She has a dark aura shield around her that deflects all incoming attacks. Nothing has been able to get through so far. And she keeps the demon army very well organized. They obey her commands even at the cost of their lives. Since demons value their own lives so little, they fight viciously and to the death. They're a difficult opponent to face. You've really seen the Demon Queen? Yes, though she can change her form. One moment she's a beautiful woman, the next, she's a horrifying monstrosity. I see. After making a circle around the gardens, we returned to the corridor. I'll have to make my way back to the palace now. Duty calls. Oh, I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time. No, I wanted to talk to you. I need a break sometimes, too. If you ever have more questions about the war or the Demon Queen, don't hesitate to ask me whenever we have the opportunity to talk. I'd love to learn more about your role as the general, too. Really? It's nice of you to be interested in me. I may or may not answer you, though, depending on the question. George clearly has his secrets, and I don't feel like I can pressure him for answers. He's already shared some useful information with me today anyway. Okay, thank you for talking to me. It was a pleasure. And, Lady Celeste, I know you carry a heavy burden now, having the responsibility of the Saintess on your shoulders, but don't be so hard on yourself. You're trying your best.
Thank you.
We say our goodbyes and part ways. Fire! Hello! If you guys are new to when I play Otomes, I don't really get to talk to chat too much as I'm really into the story, but I will always try to say hi when I can. Fire, how are you? Ethan sent you. Is Ethan live right now? Is he live and I didn't know? I'm having a great day. Thank you. George chuckles. It's called nepotism, darling. Future husband? Yes. Need to romance the Demon Queen. Now, Andrea, I apologize. I don't think that's a goal. I don't think that's on the table. What if the kingdoms have bad vibes? It's true. H2O? Appreciate that reminder. Oh my god, yeah. It's, so I'll give him credit simply because, like, he was a general and on the front lines. We're 18. I was 21 when she was 21 when she died. We're in the body of an 18-year-old. Me being 30 IRL, I'm just like, you're all babies! Even you! 26? Baby! Oh, this is great. I say this about books too. I need more stories with 30-year-olds. 30 and 40-year-olds. It always gets me in books when they're trusting a 21-year-old with the fate of the world. And I was like, at 21? The things I didn't know at 21. The things I couldn't decipher at 21. And someone at the same level, the fate of the world is in their hand. I'm like, no, I can't. I get that war ages you, but... Truly. Excuse me. I found George very intimidating at first, considering his high position in the noble society, but... he's actually a kind man, isn't he? But why? As I return to my room, I'm again faced with an unexpected encounter. Celeste, fancy running into you again. I fear I can't say the same, Your Grace. And here I was, waiting for the opportunity to apologize to you. Apologize? Quite unexpected of me, isn't it? Well, I'm glad you finally changed your mind about teasing me, Your Grace. About teasing you? You mean the way I'm keeping you on your toes? We both know that's quite entertaining for both of us. Okay, yes, a little, but... No way! But no, I wanted to say sorry about the other day in the garden. I was overly dramatic. Aren't you always? You could say that. Still, we can certainly agree that putting a sword to your throat is on another level than our usual conversations, or even the way I act towards Mother. Should I give you two some privacy? You don't have to, Tarek. I don't think I properly introduced you to Celeste. She's the head of Palace Guards, isn't she? That's not what I meant. Tarek is also like a mother to me. She's been my personal guard since I was little, before I promoted her to be my right hand, the person who keeps order in the palace on my behalf. She's a very important person to me, my link to my Durendi legacy. It always warms my heart when you speak so highly of me. How could I not? You've always supported me, even when I had nobody to rely on. Your father, the late Emperor Consort, died when you were young, right? Since the Empress didn't have a good relationship with Noah, he had no other person he could call family. It's not surprising that he came to treat Tarek, his personal guard, as family. I already knew that much from the book, but seeing Noah admit of his love for Tarek still warms my heart. If something happens to Tarek, we riot. If something happens to her, we fucking riot. There's more to Noah than just annoyingly flirting with me, that's for sure. Yes, my father died when I was 6. I can't say I even remember his face that well. If not for the family portraits, I would have already forgotten the way he looked. Because every day when I stare in the mirror, I only see my mother's features. Her face, her hair color, the way we smile, they're all the same. The only thing I inherited from my father is the color of my eyes and my slightly darker complexion. Noah glances at Tarek. Sometimes I wish I could have more proof of my southern legacy than just skin that looks tanned and an eye color unusual for the Lokari. Tarek's expression turns sad. She looks at Noah with both love and pity in her eyes. I too feel what Noah said deeply. Of course he wants to know more about his father's side of the family, about his roots. It's not easy to be a person of mixed race, especially without family who can teach you about your culture. I'm glad Tarek was there for you, Your Grace. So am I. That's why, Celeste, I may sometimes be overly dramatic, flamboyant even. It's the way I deal with the world. But that doesn't mean I'm not sincere when I apologize to you. I really am sorry for the other day. I didn't mean to scare you. It's okay. I'm not that mad about it anymore. But you are still a little angry. A little. Very well, I can accept that. I have to find that anger is a great source of motivation to drive one forward. I hope you will use that energy well. Just don't go overboard with being mad at me. I wouldn't want your anger to turn into resentment. All right. Noah and Tarek escort me to my family's apartment where we say our goodbyes. The more I learn about Noah, the more I realize how human he is. He's a multifaceted individual. Not just a character in a story, but a real person. We're all real people. I mustn't forget that fact. Which is something that she had thoughts of when she first entered the story. She was like, oh, this is just the story. And then in the first part of the demo, she kind of came to that understanding of like, they are living this life like they are real. And I have to like see them as real people too, not just like characters in the book. So I really liked that, like character growth from her early on too. Eurydice! I love her. Is your training going well? In the evening, Eurydice comes by my room. I'm happy to have her company. Eurydice has always been a ray of sunshine in Celeste's life. I'm glad the two of them have such a good relationship. I feel like an imposter by pretending to be Celeste in front of her twin sister. She hasn't figured out I'm someone else yet, though. So, I'll continue acting for as long as I can. Not really. I let out a long sigh and tell Eurydice about my training. I don't understand what the High Priest means about accessing the Golden Bow's magic. Every time I try to think about the artifact letting me share in some godly power, nothing happens. It's frustrating. Elijah showed me how it can feel to receive the magic, but I can't reproduce the result. I have no affinity for magic. I don't understand what to do. Don't pressure yourself so much. It's only been a few hours since you have found out how light magic is used. You're right. I should be more patient. I'm just annoyed because the golden bow is so clunky in its design that aiming is hard as well. I glare at the offending object, which rests next to my bed. It's like the golden bow is actively resisting me. I don't think that's possible. Elijah said the golden bow is semi-sentient. Well, it did have the will to choose its saint. I always thought choosing was all it could do, though, except for killing the Demon Queen and acting as a normal weapon. The golden bow is a mystery, that's for sure. I let out a long sigh. You should take some time off to relax. I can't. Not when I know I have so little time to train. You're not going to be any good at learning how to wield the bow if you just train constantly. The human body and mind have to take breaks from time to time. I know what we should do. Go shopping? Oh no, it's a tea party. Lady Penelope is organizing a tea party in the royal garden in 3 days. Who is Lady Penelope? The Duchess of Ventus? I look through Celeste's memories but come up with no information about the Duchess or Ventus. I have no idea whom you're talking about. You sat next to her during the last ball. I feel myself going pale, then red. Duchess Penelope was the one who wanted me to embarrass myself further during dinner. That's not a good idea. I don't want to go to her tea party. No, definitely not. The Duchy of Ventus is known for its lavender fields and beautiful gardens. They also make the best honey in the Empire. Now that you're the Saintess, the Duchess invited us to her tea party. Many other important people will be there too. All the more reason why I shouldn't go. Please, Lady Letitia asked me to convince you to come. Duchess Letitia is a friend of Eurydice. Her family I know, they own vast fields, and the people working for them produce the majority of grain in the Empire. Letitia is kind and compassionate. She took Eurydice into her entourage 2 years ago, elevating Eurydice's status in society. Celeste feels indebted to the Duchess. But I don't. I have no desire to go to Lady Penelope's tea party and further embarrass myself. Lady Letitia said that now that you have such a high standing in society, you should take part in the politics of the Empire more often, Celeste. You're going on the quest now, but once you return home, you'll still be the Saintess. You have the chance to be very influential, if you use your opportunities correctly. Nothing bad will happen with myself and Lady Letitia around. Please, Celeste. When Eurydice begs me like this, I find her pleas hard to refuse. I don't want to go, but she has a point. I am planning to survive the mission. That fact means I'll have a future life beyond just fighting against the Demon Queen. I will return to the palace, and then I'll have to hone my etiquette skills. I don't want to end up an important player in the politics of the Empire, but I also don't want to become an embarrassment to both myself and my sister. All right, I'll go. With a heavy heart, I agree to Eurydice's request. Really? Yes, really. Don't ask me again or I might change my mind. Eurydice grabs my hands and jumps up and down squealing. Now you're the one not acting like a noble lady. Oh, come on, don't pretend like you care about acting prim and proper now. Thank you, Celeste. I have a bad feeling about the tea party. Now that I've agreed to it, though, I'll have to keep my word and do so no matter what. The next day, I'm returning from training when I witness a commotion in front of the doors to the throne room. People dressed in rags and with burns on their bodies and badly bandaged wounds push up against the guards, who stand between the crowd and the entrance to the Grand Hall. Stop pushing! We need to see the Empress! Please let us through! Mom, I'm so hungry. Hush, love. I'll get you some food soon. I turn around to look at Levi. Any idea what's going on here? No, but it may be worth asking about if you wish. I'll keep you safe. I nod. I want to find out what's wrong and how I can help. I approach the crowd from behind and tap one of the men on the shoulder. He turns around and gives me a desperate look. My lady, please help us. What's happening? Who are you? We're refugees from Barwood, a town that was a mere hour's ride from the front lines. But 2 months ago, the demons reached our homes. They burned our beloved town to the ground. Yes, it's as my wife says. Barwood is nothing but ash and ruin now. We took our families and walked all the way to the capital on foot to seek the help of our benevolent ruler. But our benevolent ruler doesn't even want to see us. I look past him to see the throng of refugees crowding around the guards, pressing closer to the throne room entrance. How long have you been waiting for an audience? Since morning. We've run out of supplies and money. We're hungry. I wouldn't call the Empress a kind ruler, so I'm not shocked that she doesn't give a damn about the refugees. If she hasn't wanted to see them since morning, I doubt she ever will. I have no idea how to break the news to the couple. They're looking at me with such expectancy. I want to help them. No, I will help them. Levi, can you run to the kitchen and bring water and some bread and butter for the refugees? If the kitchen staff don't want to cooperate, tell them the Saintess sent you. There we go! Using our name! Using our new title! Let's freaking go! I'll go talk to Prince Noah. Maybe he can help, or at least tell me what else we can do for the refugees. Yes, my lady. Levi bows to me and runs off. Oh, that's cute! I like that! You're the Saintess, milady? The Saintess? What I see in the eyes of the crowd now is reverence, and the emotion scares me. I'm just me, Celeste. I don't feel like a holy person. Still, I suddenly understand what the Saintess means to the common folk. The people step closer, extending their arms to grab me. I grow afraid. Levi's not with me. I gotta go. I'll be back with help soon. I turn around and bolt away from the crowd, running as quickly as my feet can carry me. The Saintess means so many different things to different people. A savior, a noble of high standing, a perfect archer. Yet why do I feel like none of those titles suit me? Still, I want to help the refugees, so I run to Noah's office. Noah's secretary leads me into the office where the prince is meeting with Tarek. Lady Celeste de Caris, Saintess of the Golden Bow. I curtsy quickly and sloppily. Noah's office is spacious with a large green rug in the middle and several pieces of expensive-looking artwork on the walls. I'm not interested in the decor right now, though. Oh, if it isn't the Saintess. You look radiant today. Must be... Don't start now, Noah. Noah drops his usual smirk, sensing that I'm serious. What's going on? I met a group of refugees from Barwood in front of the throne room. They have been waiting for an audience with the Empress since morning. They're thirsty, hungry, and have festering, badly tended wounds. There are men, women, and small children there. Whole families who have run here from the battlefront. Yet the Empress doesn't want to see them. Please help, Noah. Noah gives me a long look, his expression angry. Even from my mother, this sort of behavior is too much. I agree with him, but it's not my place to say anything. Thank you for bringing the matter to my attention. I'll do anything in my power to help them. I'll find the refugees new homes in the capital, and I'll make sure they're fed. Thank you, Noah. What is the palace guard doing when there are so many people in need here? The guard is protecting the entrance to the throne room. That's... I'll have to have a word with William. Clearly, the Empress doesn't want to deal with the refugees. Celeste, could I ask you for a favor? What is it? Can you go by the priest's office and summon a healer or two who can tend to the refugees? I would send one of my own people, but I'm not sure who's on the side of the Empress and who's loyal to me anymore. I think the matter of the refugees should be taken care of quietly, behind my mother's back. Tarek will help me arrange accommodations and food for the refugees, but I would like them to be healed as well. I don't trust anybody else not to blabber about what we're doing. Of course, I can go to the church wing and talk to the priest. I'm sure they'll be happy to send help. I'm sure they'll be happy to help once they're aware of the matter. I nod, say my goodbyes, and leave the office. Really quickly, my ads are gonna go off in about 2 minutes. That means it's about time for my 1 hour break, guys. Don't worry, we'll be back. I'll save just in case. Nothing should happen. Work's still going, we're continuing on, but I am gonna take just a quick break. I'll run some ads. If you are lurking, I appreciate you. If you're at work, I hope you're having a great day at work. Make sure you take this as an opportunity to stretch, grab some water, grab a snack, especially if you've forgotten that, you know, you gotta do that stuff. Go to the bathroom for Pete's sake. Go do all that. I'm gonna run some ads, and when I come back, we'll continue on. Be right back, guys. Welcome back, everyone. Bye, Mitsuka. I hope you have a great time, or great night or day. I don't know when you work, but be safe going home. Welcome back, everyone. I got a snacky, but like a candy snacky, and then I'm still hungry. So I think next break, we'll take a longish break, and I'm gonna get something to eat, and we'll watch something while I eat or something. If you don't like streamers who eat on stream, can't help you, because that's what's gonna happen next, because I'm getting like hungry. But hopefully by then we'll have this finished, so it won't be like too much of a cut. I'm trying to think. Like, I like this. I like that we're seeing... I think something I like about this story so far, right, is that we're seeing her growth as a person. Not only as a person in this story, but as, like, her accepting her position, but also being like, I'm gonna be better. So that whole thing of like, she doesn't feel that she lives up to this title, and it's not necessarily she's doing things to live up to that title, it's just who she is as a person to help people, and I think that's really cool. All right. Oh, Tompy, don't be sorry. What are you talking about? Don't be sorry about that. You're at work, man. It's all good. Welcome back, Asia. It's, how do I say, is it Asiad? Or can I call you Asia? Or is it Asi? How shall I call you? It's Asia? Like Asia? I can do that. Asia. Cool, thank you. Okay, I can do that. Welcome back, Asia. Appreciate you. All right. Speaking of knowing their place and getting into the groove, my turn. I've never been to the wing of the palace where the priests reside, and neither has Celeste, so I ask a servant for directions. Soon I find the door to the priest's office. I knock. Come in. I enter the lavishly decorated room. To the left, numerous cabinets support shelf upon shelf of thick-spined books, while a large, beautiful painting hangs on the opposite wall. I am literally reading a comic right now about someone that looks just like her. Where's Andrea? Andrea, I found you a wife. I found you another waifu. Are you just all hot? Just, God has a funny sense of humor, making all the priests and priestesses hot. Guess what? Can't kiss them, can't sleep with them, can't do nothing, but I'm gonna make them so hot, just eye candy. God said, let me make eye candy so people show up to church, is what they said. And I'm gonna thank you for that. Thank you. 3 people sit behind desks. To my left, a green-haired man with a scowl on his face is looking through the large stacks of papers, not sparing me a glance. His table is decorated with shining crystals. How curious. To the right, a priestess with curly red hair looks up from the architectural plans of a huge building where she's been drawing something with red ink. She gives me a pleasant smile. At the podium, in the back, is Elijah's desk. The high priest gives me a surprised look when he sees me. You've come to visit me so soon, Saintess. That's the Saintess? The woman looks me up and down, then smiles again. I'm happy to finally meet you. I'm Meredith. overseer of the construction of the cathedral in Solis. I didn't even know there was a cathedral being built in the capital. Further evidence of how little Celeste cares about anything other than hunting and horse riding. The Saintess, huh? I'm Gareth, Elijah's right hand. Gareth barely spares me a glance. He must be really busy with organizing his paperwork. I'm here because I want to ask you a favor, High Priest. It's fine to call me Elijah. How can I help? I look at Gareth and Meredith, unsure if I should speak while they're here. Gareth and Meredith are my most trusted people. You can tell me anything you need in their presence. Is something wrong? I guess if Elijah thinks it's fine, then I'm okay to speak with his two subordinates around us. A crowd of refugees has gathered outside the throne room. They've come from Barwood near the battlefront and want an audience with the Empress. They wish to ask her for help. They have nothing but what they managed to salvage from their town before it burned. They're hungry and badly wounded. But the Empress doesn't want to see them. Please, Elijah, could you use your light magic to heal their wounds? Of course I will. You don't have to ask me twice. Gareth, you'll come with me. What? But the paperwork. The documents can wait. I know how much you hate having to organize them anyway. Healing's not a break, but I'll help. Gareth gets up from his seat and grabs two heavy bags from underneath his desk. Supplies to clean the wounds, and apply medicine the non-magical way. Let's go. Meredith, please take care of the office while we're away. Of course. Kind of wanted Meredith to come with us, but it's fine. Me and Gareth will get along, I'm sure. Elijah, Gareth, and I leave the priest's office and walk to the corridor in front of the throne room. I also low-key like the fact that I've given Elijah and Gareth very soft voices, and then I'm like, you know what, Meredith, though? Meredith is a woman who gets stuff done, and I love her. I love her already. Can I have more of her, please? Both Noah and Levi have returned. Levi and the other servants are distributing water and bread from the kitchen to all the people in need. Wearing a serious expression on his face, Noah talks with the couple I spoke to earlier. Tarek takes notes from the conversation on a notepad, her quill moving quickly and efficiently. As soon as Elijah and Gareth see the extent of the refugees' injuries, they throw themselves into action, starting with the most seriously wounded. Their hands glow as they use their healing magic. Is there anything that I can do to help? Help Elijah with healing, help Levi distribute the food, ask him if there's anything you can do. This is a classic. Who are you romancing? This is the classic, who are you romancing? Like, oh man, the old school otomes and dating sims, when you kept going to the same place, because that's where your love interest was. This is the equivalent. This is the equivalent. Who are you gonna help? Where are you gonna go? Noah. Let's ask Noah if there's anything else you can do. I approach Noah, listening to his conversation as he speaks with the couple I talked to earlier. I'm the mayor of Barwood, or rather, I used to be. Now I'm just the mayor of ruins. Our homes burned to the ground. I'm so sorry for your loss. The man huffs. It's war, and the front line has been shifting towards Barwood for months. Even so, we held on to the hope that the saint would be chosen before our homes were destroyed. That miracle didn't happen, but the man looks at me. At least now we finally have the Saintess. Maybe once the Demon Queen is defeated, the ruins of our town will stop burning. Then we can return home and rebuild Barwood. So it's true that the fire the demons cast on buildings is ever burning? We stayed in the area for a week to organize ourselves for our journey here. The town was still burning when we ran off. We sent scouts to town to see if anything was salvageable. When they returned, they said the fire was still as hot and widespread as when the demons first attacked. It must be magical. That's valuable information for our quest. Our party will most likely have to pass through Barwood on our way to defeat the Demon Queen. If the town has finally stopped burning when we arrive, we will search the ruins. Thank you, but I doubt anything of value remains in Barwood. That chapter of our lives is over. We just want to move on now. I'll help you as much as I can. The Empress doesn't seem to want to get involved in the situation, though it's her job to handle matters regarding refugees. I must go behind her back to help you out, so I'll need to be careful in how I approach the situation. We appreciate any help you can offer. The man looks around. You're already helping plenty by distributing the provisions and healing the wounded. I want to help further, though. I can organize accommodations for you and help your people find jobs, too. I can also provide rations until you're all ready to stand on your own feet. You would really do so much for us? Won't the Empress get angry with you for getting involved with us? She will, but it won't be the first time I've gone against her. I'm leaving the palace in 3 weeks anyway. I won't have to deal with her anger for long.
Is there anything I can do to help?
In my office, I have a ledger with addresses of people who agreed to provide shelter should a situation such as this one arise. The information is a bit disorganized, so I won't ask you to be the one to pull it from the book. Tarek is familiar with how I'd note down everything. Tarek, please go to the office and use the information in the ledger to make a list of homes that should be able to take in refugees.
Understood.
In the meantime, Celeste, you can help me talk to the families here. We should note down which people want to stay together so we can assign the families to the homes more easily later. Is that plan all right with you?
Yes.
Sweet.
Of course. I want to help however I can.
Excellent. Do you want to be the one to talk to the families or the one taking notes? I can't risk Noah realizing that I'm unable to write in the language of the Lokari Empire. Didn't even think about that! Crap! Didn't even think!
A noble lady who couldn't write would be very strange.
I'm glad he gave me an option that doesn't require writing.
I'd rather talk to the people.
Alright, let's get started then.
Tarek leaves for Noah's office, and Noah and I approach the families one by one.
There are really a lot of people here, but everyone is very cooperative, so we managed to compile the list in 2 hours.
The sun sets, the sky turning dark.
Tarek returns with her own list. It's about the same size as ours, from what I can tell.
I'm surprised there are so many people here ready to help those in need.
It took me a few years to find willing contacts. Still, some of them may refuse us. Regardless, we should have enough space to house everyone. If not, I'll buy out a few inns while I look for more people to help. I give Noah a long look.
They say you're the Mad Prince, that all you do is disobey the Empress.
Of course I know from the book that there's a lot more to Noah than that reputation. Yet Celeste's only opinion of him is based on Noah being the Mad Prince. And do you agree with that image of me?
I do see you as someone who's not afraid to speak up, even if doing so means going against the Empress. You're also a well-organized and charismatic leader.
Well, rumor has it that you're Count Dakaris' good-for-nothing daughter. Yet look at you now, organizing help for refugees.
I can't stand by when I see people in need.
I appreciate the sentiment. Not everyone is as ready to aid others. I might have said before that all one needs is a good Saintess. All one needs to be a good Saintess is good skill in archery. However, over the last 2 decades while waiting for the bow to choose its wielder, the idea of the saint became a beacon of hope for our people. They need the chosen one to be so much more than just a talented archer. I'm glad the Golden Bow chose someone who cares for the well-being of others.
Noah's right. The more I learn about the role of Saintess, the more I realize there's more to the position than just shooting an arrow at the Demon Queen's heart to kill her. Thank you for helping.
You're right to come to me. I'm glad you did.
Noah and Tarek started assigning people to their temporary homes. Since I can't be of any more help, I excuse myself back to my room.
I'm tired. At the same time, I'm happy I was able to help the refugees. And we're back! We're back to the training. Let's go. Okay, getting comfy. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Aim and release.
I spend the next 2 days practicing archery with renewed purpose. The threat of the Demon Queen's army feels more real to me after having witnessed the plight of the Barwood's refugees. I know who I'm fighting to keep safe, and I'm ready to do more. This war isn't just part of a story anymore. it's really happening. Ugh! I miss again. The golden bow doesn't want to listen to me. I feel like it's actively fighting me. Aim, and... That idea is ridiculous though, isn't it? It's just a bow with magic. It couldn't really be sentient like Elijah said. Or could it? Why don't you just talk nice to it? Release. See, I'm too insane. I'm too insane because I would be practicing with this bow, missing everything. The high priest would be like, hey, it's semi-sentient, and I would immediately start being like, aim, release, miss. Hey, buddy, you wanna work with me? What can I do to get you to trust me? Like, I would just straight up start having a conversation with this bow. She's a little bit more sane, and that's why she's having a hard time. If you just go with the insanity, it all works out. Just start talking to the bow, Celeste. Yet, I'm living in a fantasy world, so isn't everything theoretically possible? I know there's some bounds to magic, but I haven't been thoroughly trained on the topic, so I'm not sure of the specifics. I miss again. Stupid bow! Even so, I don't give up. I aim and shoot again. I miss again and again. Sometimes I hit the target, only to miss over and over again once more, like the bow is fucking, like, messing with me. It's like, I'll give you one, and never again. Like, God. Ouch. At some point, I pull the bow wrong. Maybe I'm tired from making arrows fly like crazy over the past few days. My hand is bleeding. I look at the redness gathering in my palm. I can't continue shooting the bow with an injured hand. Even if I bandage my hand, I won't be able to shoot. The motion will hurt too much. I need healing. Healing magic is still a strange concept to me as someone from Earth. Yet, holy magic would indeed close the wound quickly so I could continue my training. I've already seen proof of Elijah and Gareth's healing skills during the situation with the refugees. I look around trying to find Levi. I see him engaged in mock combat with one of the other knights. I don't want Levi to find out I'm injured. From what I've seen in Celeste's memories, he always flips out whenever his lady is hurt. I'll just seek out a priest on my own. I know the way to the priest wing now. I shouldn't need much time to get this wound healed and return here. It always makes me laugh when someone isekais into a story but questions if something makes sense or not. Girl, you're in a book. The bow can be sentient, right? Right? You're accepting all this other stuff. You're accepting that you were chosen as the Saintess, that you're chosen as the hero or whatever. But a sentient object, in this case a bow, is just too really? No. Go insane. Some of these isekai people just need to go just slightly insane, okay? You were hit by Truck-kun. Honestly, if you got hit by a truck and still, like, you know, was isekai'd and still lived, just go insane. What's the universe gonna do to you? Isekai you again? Nah, take your chances. I have so many comments on isekais. I love isekais. I love them. But it's one of those things that, like, you can love something and still be like, y'all, I need you to get your crap together. Get it together. I make my way through the corridors of the palace. I pass by the chapel. The door's open, so I peek inside. Elijah is standing in front of the pedestal where the golden bow used to be, his hands joined together in prayer. He has a contemplative look on his face. He must be praying to the god of light. He could heal my hand, but I don't want to interrupt this serene scene. Just when I'm about to leave, I hear his voice behind me. You're free to approach me whenever you want. I turn around and step into the chapel. I can see why people romance him, especially with the voice I've given him. It's so soft and endearing and just calming. I can understand why people would romance him. Also, unrelated, I just realized with the art I think is really cool, is that at this point in the face to hair, it's starkly different. Like, this line doesn't go up into here. You don't see that. However, there's this nice fade from the eyebrows and eyes through the hair. I don't know, just from an art perspective, that's really prettily done. It's like this part is, see-through is the only word I can think of. It's like a little see-through, but this part is very starkly, like, I don't know how to explain it. I just noticed that and I really like it. Especially when you have bold colors like a black, and like this pinkish red, like that's just really nice. The art in this game is my kind of art. I love this style for otomes. I'm sorry, you were praying. I didn't want to interrupt you. Is that so? I can pray anytime, but I can only talk to you when you're around.
Man just kind of said your time is more valuable than my god's.
Elijah, respect.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay.
Somehow I'm embarrassed by his words and the smirk on his face. First Noah, now Elijah. Why do all the guys around Celeste want to flirt with her so badly? I suppose I can officially assume that Elijah is into me. What exactly about Celeste, about me, do they find so interesting? Their interest could work in my favor, given the love requirement for defeating the Demon Queen. If only I wasn't myself and knew how to flirt with a guy. Elijah comes closer to me. He looks down and notices my bleeding hand. You're injured. I was just going to the priest's wing to get my hand healed. I overdid it at archery practice. And you want to just get this wound patched up so you can overdo it all over again? We're leaving in 3 weeks. There's no time for me to not practice using the bow. How's the training going? Slowly. I still feel like the golden bow doesn't want me to wield it. I can't wrap my head around the concept of a bow being sentient. We're just having this conversation in the chat. You're convinced it doesn't want to shoot for you? Maybe you're the one blocking its power. Maybe he's right. I'm an uneducated person who has no comprehension of magic. Perhaps I'm rejecting the golden bow instead of the other way around. I'm not sure. I need to think about it. I look down on my hand. Elijah follows my gaze. May I heal you? Yes, I would be happy if you did. I need to touch you to do so. He's noticed how I've been responding to his touch and his magic so far. Just being near Elijah makes me embarrassed. I mean, I don't want the romance route with him, but I don't necessarily want to go through all over the crap this is. Yeah, you can touch me to heal me. Why not? We might get a CG from it. You can touch me to heal me. Elijah takes my hand in his own. I can't help but feel shy. His magic pours into my hand slowly, its power bringing me that pleasant feeling of being home. The wound closes in a minute, fully healed, leaving no scar. Elijah lets go of my hand. I use every ounce of my will to resist reaching out to him. Why does his magic have such a strong effect on me? Here, don't overdo the archery practice again. Though I'm sure you will anyway. Come by my office if you're bleeding again. I hate to see you hurt. He does? That's kind of sweet. Or is such a response normal from a healer? There's so much I don't know about Elijah. His role in the book was mostly to be part of the love triangle between himself, Levi, and Noah. The novel didn't go into as much detail about him as it did Noah and Levi. Did Elijah have a lover in the church before the events of the book happened? Or had he never been in a relationship? I don't think I'm close enough to ask him about his love life. But maybe one day I will be, and then the mystery of Elijah will unravel itself. What is it? Elijah notices how quiet I've been. Thank you. No problem. But what's on your mind? He's not dropping the subject. Forgive me if I shouldn't ask this question, but we've interacted a few times so far, yet I realize I know so little about you. Elijah laughs, a cheerful and carefree sound. Why would you want to know more about me, of all people? I'm not sure why I'm so interested in Elijah. I can't deny the truth, though. I really do want to know more about him. Fine. I'll tell you something else about me. Oh, he's taking pity on me. Well, I am interested in hearing what he has to say. I have 3 brothers. I was born a commoner, a farmer's son. When I turned 10, my affinity for light magic was tested, and I found out I was very strong at wielding holy powers. That's why my parents decided to give me to the church. I spent the next 10 years training as a priest and honing my magical skills. Do you miss your parents? I've seen them only 3 times since they gave me up, so no, I don't. We don't have a strong connection. Same with my brothers. If anything, my family was relieved to have one less mouth to feed. That's cruel. That's just life. Farmers don't have it easy, especially with the threat of the demons looming closer and closer each year. My parents have a farm that's only a week away from the battlefront by horseback. Should nothing change and the demons continue to advance, the farm will be destroyed by the end of the next decade. He talks about the possible destruction of his family's farm with such a detached tone. He really doesn't have warm feelings for his family. My colleagues from the church quickly became my family. Gareth and Meredith mostly. We all graduated from the church's collegium together 2 years ago. A month later, I turned 18, so it was time for me to test to become the saint. Many people thought I'd be the chosen one, given my strong affinity for holy magic. I even took some archery training to prepare, realizing the odds were high for me to be the saint. Though I'm nowhere near very skilled at shooting the bow. Yet, the golden bow didn't choose me. However, the time came for the head of the church to change. So, knowing I wasn't the saint and taking into account my achievements and skills, the previous high priest nominated me for the position. I was selected and became the new high priest. I've held the role ever since. Do you like being the high priest? It's a lot of paperwork and making major decisions. I do enjoy the job, most of the time. Has the information I've given you about me satisfied your curiosity? Truth be told, I'm more interested in small things like Elijah's favorite food or color. What are you? That was characterization. That was a lore. How are you more interested in food or color? Play 20 questions, okay? Though I shouldn't be. We're nowhere near close enough to ask about such personal details. The tidbit he shared about his relationship with his family was new to me, but the rest I already knew from the book. None of it helped me figure out why I'm so interested in Elijah. Still, I feel like it would be improper to do anything else at this point, but nod and agree with him. Yes, thank you for sharing more about yourself with me. I'm happy to quench your thirst for knowledge regarding myself. Now then, I need to return to the office. It was nice chatting with you, Saintess. We should talk more often. With those words, he walks out of the chapel without sparing me another glance. How curious. In a sense, I do know more about Elijah now. Yet, I also realize how much more I might need to learn so I can figure out why I feel an attraction towards him. I shake my head. I've got training to do. I return to the training grounds. Levi hasn't noticed my absence. I'm glad. I didn't want to worry him. I take the golden bow in my hand and stare it down. Talk to it! I swear! Have a conversation! You're not going to win against me. I knock an arrow in the bow again and aim. I continue training until I tire myself out. Why would you antagonize the bow that you're having issues with? Ma'am. The next day comes and I realize it's time for Duchess Penelope's tea party. And time to hydrate. Go insane. Oh, I went insane a long time ago, right? Right? I don't even think I started sane ever. I almost want to pretend I have forgotten about the occasion, especially when Eurydice and Linda waltz into my room to get me ready for the outing. The tea party is a more informal affair than a ball or an audience with the Empress, so I opt for a more modest dress. We arrive at the Royal Gardens just in time for the event. Tables are set up and laden with so many kinds of colorful cakes that my mouth waters. If only I wasn't a noble lady. I was supposed to mind my manners and eat daintily. Otherwise, I would have taken a full cake of each flavor all for myself. Considering how physically demanding archery training was, I could use some extra calories anyway. Oh yeah, it's you! That's Duchess Penelope. Let's approach and greet her. Eurydice points to the lady whose long purple hair is adorned with a butterfly pin. While preparing me for the party with Linda, Eurydice made sure to drill information about the Duchess into me. Lady Penelope's family has a lot of land as well as a large palace in the countryside surrounded by beautiful gardens. Supposedly, there are a lot of butterflies flying around. Eurydice has been to the Saintess mansion a few times as part of Duchess Letitia's entourage. Although Penelope is only in her late 20s, she's one of the most important players in the politics of the Lokari Empire. Her influence is second only to Duke George's. Duchess Letitia has a large following of nobles as well. To be precise, Penelope and George are the leaders of two powerful opposing political factions. Duchess Letitia has her own following and doesn't engage with the two of them often. The war is nothing. It's so far away and doesn't concern those of us who are in the capital. Why should we worry about something that will never bother us? You're right, Lady Penelope. Are the demons even real? I hold back a long sigh. Duchess Penelope is the leader of the faction that believes less money should be spent on the war against the Demon Queen. I didn't realize until now that her beliefs were this stupid. Meanwhile, Duke George believes the Emperor should engage more directly in the war. He'd also like that more money to be invested in technological research so that the army can be better equipped to fight fiends. In his opinion, the Empire needs to be ready to stand its ground until the Saint emerges. So now that I've been chosen as a Saintess, the army only has to hold the front line until I can defeat the Demon Queen. I side firmly with George's beliefs. He isn't here today, though. This tea party seems to be a woman-only event. Even if it wasn't, though, I doubt Penelope would have invited her nemesis to her private gathering. I mean... You okay out there? I do have my windows open, so if you hear, like, any cars and stuff, that's why. The weather is so nice outside, I wanted the fresh air. I mean, have any of us ever seen a demon? What if they're nothing more than a myth? The Barwood refugees beg to differ. Eurydice gives me a look, clearly telling me to hold back my comments. Yet I can't stand by and listen to the Duchess's stupidity any longer. I have, you know. Have what? I've seen a demon. Penelope looks between me and Eurydice. Her cruel smile from the night of the ball returns, and my blood freezes in my veins. Well, if it isn't the daughters of Count de Caris, Eurydice and the Saintess. Celeste, was it? Oh, she knows very well who I am. I bet the whole court has been gossiping about me ever since I got chosen to be the Saintess. That's right. Hello, Lady Penelope. Thank you for inviting us to your tea party. I thought it would be entertaining if we got to talk to the Saintess, considering her reputation. So, tell me, Lady Celeste, did you really kill a demon? I was right. Gossip really has been spreading about me. Yes, that's true. The whole gathering of noble ladies lets out shocked gasps. She couldn't have. That's so savage. I bite my lip. I should have expected such a reaction. I'm far from the norm when it comes to acting like a noble lady. Why did I agree to come here? Now, it's not like Lady Celeste could control the fact that a demon attacked her. She merely acted in self-defense. By killing the imp herself, she saved her own life. I turn around, giving the lady who spoke up a grateful look. She has long braided orange hair and a kind smile. Duchess Letitia. Still, being attacked by a demon. It's not something she could control. Right. Lady Penelope huffs. She walks over to one of the cake tables. When she turns around again, she claps her hands and has a smile on her face that could almost be considered pleasant. Let's get the tea party started. I'm so looking forward to the shortcake. The atmosphere changes instantly. Excited chatter ensues as the ladies make their way over to the cake, taking a little bit onto each of their plates. Servants are nearby, but we're supposed to choose cakes for ourselves today. I swear, if there's red velvet, I'm there. Eurydice sits down with Lady Letitia's entourage. I also like Letitia. I'm not sure where I should sit. I don't recognize anybody else except my sister and her favorite lady. Sit down with us. I nod, relief washing over me. I take a seat next to Eurydice. There's one more free seat next to me, but nobody takes it. Wonder why. Amongst small talk, we dig into the cake. Thankfully, I know the proper way to eat sweets, so I don't embarrass myself this time. The talk at Duchess Letitia's table is much more pleasant than any conversation with Lady Penelope. I relax. At some point, Lady Letitia gives me a pointed look. You really should be careful about what you're saying, Lady Celeste, for your own good. But what Duchess Penelope said was just stupid. The other ladies give me startled looks. Letitia lets out a long sigh. That's what I'm talking about. It's fine to have your own opinion. Nobody will force you to agree with her. But you're the Saintess now, an important person in the political climate of the Lokari Empire. You may not feel like your role has changed, especially since your reputation still follows you. However, people are listening carefully to everything you say or do. You're a public figure now. I bite my lip and look away, embarrassed. I'm sorry that I'm so inadequate. Duchess Penelope doesn't believe the war is important. Duke George has the opposite opinion. If you wish, you may formally join the side of either of them. Or you may choose to stay politically neutral, like I am. You're focused on the quest to defeat the Demon Queen now. But a time will come when you will return from your journey, and you'll still be the Saintess. Think carefully on what you want to do. Right. It may be that the demon army will disperse once their leader is slain, or we may have to fight the remaining demon hordes for decades to come. The debate between Penelope and George may become unimportant, or it may grow into the most heated topic in the court. Be mindful of what impact your words have, and choose them wisely. Thank you for your advice. The Duchess has really given me something to think about for the future. I've been so focused on my training that I haven't thoroughly considered the politics of my situation. Lady Letitia is right, though. The Saintess is more than just a tool to end the war. I'll think carefully about what you said. What's with the long faces? Oh, a man. I'm sorry, I gave him a wrong voice. It was an all-women's party! I thought it would be a chick! Someone slides into the seat next to me. A man. What's a man doing at an all-girls party? It's my husband. He's allowed. He's also the prince! Oh my god, let's go. I turn around to see Noah sitting next to me with a wide grin on his face. Noah, what are you doing here? I was taking a break from work and decided to go for a walk in the gardens. I saw you having a fun tea party, so I figured I'd crash it, 'cause he's the mad prince. Just like that, you figured you'd crash it? Perks of being the crown prince. I glare at Noah. He chuckles. This table is talking about such serious matters, though. Why don't you ladies enjoy yourselves more? Especially you, Celeste. I hear you're training really hard. I am. That's good. I like women who know their way around weapons. She's so stubborn to him, but nice to literally the other two. I'm like, come on, I need this chance, Celeste. I blush at the implication of what Noah just said. He's flirting with me again, making me embarrassed, and this time he's doing it in front of a table full of wide-eyed noble women. Noah. I give the prince a serious look. Why are you teasing me so much? My words startle him. Why? Please stop flirting with me. It's really bothering me.
It's not bothering me! Why? Why? Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Everyone else flirts with you and you're like,
I don't know why they'd be interested in me.
Noah, who the one I do want flirts with me, and I'm like, it's bothering me. Why is my own character cock blocking me? Celeste! Please! Stop! I know you don't have a lot of experience flirting and being with guys, but I need this. Come on.
Oh my god. Baby girl, baby girl. Please stop flirting with me. It's really bothering me. You're sending the wrong signals, acting like you're really interested in me. You don't know me enough to be so casual with me. I shouldn't be this casual with him either, but his words set the tone for this exchange, and now I can't hold back the bite from my voice. What if I have a good reason for flirting with you? Oh, so he agrees he's been flirting with me this whole time? What good reason? I rather enjoy seeing you both blushing and mad. You're a great distraction from organizing the party for our quest. Besides, you know I can be serious when needed. He's referring to when we worked together to resolve the refugee situation. I can't help but feel mad regardless.
Why? Why does it have to be anger?
I don't want to be your distraction. Please stop teasing me. Noah throws his head back and laughs. There you are, getting all mad and flustered again. A shade of blushing pink looks lovely on your face. Noah? Prince and Noah! This is supposed to be a women-only tea party. Duchess Penelope approaches us with a frown on her face. I've had my fill of Celeste's expressions anyway, so I'll be going. Noah, people will get the wrong idea. Have you ever seen me care what the court says about me? I hadn't. They called him the Mad Prince, though, and he was really living up to his name right now. Bye, Celeste. Good luck on the training. Goodbye, ladies. The cake was excellent. He managed to snag a bite of cake during our conversation, and now he loads a bunch of cakes onto a plate before finally walking off. My man! That's my man! He's got cake! He's got the cake! Put it in my room. I want to eat all the cake, and you can take... Actually, no, I mean, if you want to think of any innuendos from that, you do what you want. Obviously, we can't encourage you. Yes, we can. Live! Live! Oh, Ted Lasso season 4?
He got the cake and the cake. Yeah, Noah, please share the cake. Great.
Share all of the cake. I wish I could act with so much freedom. Yet Lady Letitia just told me I can't act how Noah does. A shame, really. That was... Let's continue the tea party. The rest of the party is uneventful, if a bit boring. However, considering how hard I've worked the past week, I appreciate being able to just sit down and take part in light conversation. Eurydice was right about this outing being good for me. I avoid interacting with Lady Penelope and her entourage for the rest of the party, sticking with Letitia and her ladies instead. I don't embarrass myself any further. A few days later, after countless failed attempts at accessing the Golden Bow's magic, I visit the priest's office again. Saintess. Elijah's here with Gareth and Meredith again. Gareth gives me a small wave, not looking up from his paperwork. Meredith smiles and nods at me before returning her attention to the plans in front of her. I wanted to talk to you, Elijah. I've got some questions about religion. Know thy enemy, or so they say. In this case, my enemy is either the Golden Bow or the God of Light himself. I know too little about either to face them head on. Is that so? Elijah gives me a wide-eyed look. He walks to the door on the right side of the office and opens it. Let's not distract Gareth and Meredith. Then, come in. He gestures to the door. I walk up to the podium and enter the room. I find myself in a cozy living room with beige decor. Plants are even more plentiful here than in the office. I haven't commented on this. The music is really nice too. I just realized like how nice the music is, so fitting that it's just so fitting that it doesn't cut into the scenes. It just adds to them. What is this place? We're in my apartment. This is my living room. Sit down. I'll make us some tea. Elijah disappears through another door, leading deeper into his apartment. Or so I assume. I sit down on the couch trying to relax. Elijah returns after a while and pours us both some tea. He takes a seat in the armchair. Do you like plants? I gesture to the decor around us. I do. They're God's creations. They feast on the light he gives, and it helps them grow. Does Elijah know about photosynthesis? The way he just shared must be some myth of the religion. They're surprisingly close to scientific reality. What would you like to know about our religion? Oh my god. Can you remind me how the world came to be? Who exactly is the god of light? Who is the blessed blacksmith? Why are demons attacking the Lucari Empire? That's all I'd like to know. Okay, so we got 4 questions. Let's ask one, and then we'll probably take a break after that. Can you remind me how the world came to be? Can you remind me how the world came to be? First there was darkness. There was no life. Then a small spark appeared in the world. That spark formed the god of light. The god was lonely though, so he created our world as well as the sun and moon to shine down upon his creation. Then he breathed life into nature. But the world still felt empty and lonely to him. So he made various kinds of animals, some friendly and some others dangerous. Finally, he created humans, his most complex children. Afterward, God made himself a home on the sun. From there, he watches us every day. At night, he sleeps, but the moon shines on the world as his guardian. That's cool. Sounds like a pretty standard fantasy creation myth. Kinda boring, but it works okay for this world. At least the god in this story is benevolent. I guess evil comes from the demons and lack of light. Darkness. Okay, we can do one more. Who exactly is the god of light? Who exactly is the god of light? Can you tell me more about him? He doesn't have a mortal form, so he doesn't resemble us humans. Even so, he's often depicted as a human with wings, an angel. He's really just a formless mass of golden glowing warm light. I frown. The description reminds me of the time I was reincarnated. Is it possible I really met the god of light himself? Obviously, I can't ask Elijah about the encounter, or he might consider my story a blasphemy against his god. God of light loves us. He's kinder than any being in the world. That's why when the demons attacked, he gave us the means to defeat them. He is a deity that interferes with the mortal world, but not directly. He gave humans the golden bow, crafted by the blessed blacksmith, but he wouldn't just step down from his pedestal to instantly resolve our problems. Is this him speaking, or is this just background or thoughts? Humans have to save themselves. He just makes doing so easier, especially if we believe that the golden bow really is the only weapon that can defeat the Demon Queen. 2 decades of trying to kill her through different means are proof enough that the logic of the book is sound. Okay, now that we can probably get through these, I want to try. Who is the Blessed Blacksmith? Who exactly is the Blessed Blacksmith? Clement Syros. He's still alive, although nobody but the Empress knows where he lives. He's gone in seclusion. Too many people wanted to worship him as if he were the god of light himself. He preferred to live an ordinary life. As far as I know, he's a farmer somewhere to the west of here, and has nothing to do with the demons or religion anymore. Good for him. He's gone through enough for the Lokari Empire. I agree with that sentiment. If you're wondering if he knows more about the Golden Bow than I do, the answer is no. He simply received a vision showing him what kind of weapon to create, and he made the bow from that image. The god of light blew his power into Clement's creation. That's how the Golden Bow came to be. Why are demons attacking the Lokari Empire? Why are the demons attacking the Lokari Empire? Why indeed? The demons are not of this world. 23 years ago, a portal opened to another world, the demon's domain. Fiends poured out of the Terran reality. They want only to destroy all that is alive. They are pure evil. Their very existence is a blight on this beautiful world God created for us. However, as they are not made by God's hand, he cannot directly influence them. That's why he gave us the Golden Bow and chose its saint. Now we'll be able to get rid of the Demon Queen using God's pure power embedded within the artifact. Hopefully, once the Demon Queen is gone, the rest of the demons will stop attacking. That's my hope as well. Alright, that's all I'd like to know. That's all I'd like to know. Thank you for answering my questions. I'm always happy to talk to you about a topic that's close to my heart. There's one more thing I wanted to ask you about. The question may be a bit random, but please hear me out. Is there any mention of love in the context of the religion of the God of Light? Love. Silence falls between us. Elijah gives me a long look. I let him think. There is God of Light's love for his children. There may be more in the large tome about the Lokari Empire that I have from my collegium years. It includes myths from ancient times. I haven't read the book for a while, so my memory is rusty. I can give it to you to browse. I wouldn't be able to read the book since I don't know the Lokari Empire's alphabet, but he might think me rude and strange if I refuse him. I'll have to take the tome from Elijah or risk drawing suspicion upon myself. I would appreciate that. Elijah gets up from his seat and walks over to a large bookcase. He takes out a large book with a navy cover and hands it over to me. If something about love in the context of religion comes to mind, I'll find you and let you know. I take the book from him and nod. I realize that for the first time in a while, I've finally relaxed around Elijah. I've just been enjoying the conversation and tea. When he speaks of matters he knows well, he has an aura of serenity to him. Though I can't help but notice something else in his expression. It's like an atmosphere of sadness surrounds him. When he smiles, his eyes don't always shine. I feel like if I keep asking, I'm gonna get into his romance, and I don't want that. It's inappropriate. Don't. If you're wondering what the little beeps are, it's me going over this when I take my mouse off the screen, just a heads up. It feels inappropriate to voice such a private conversation to Elijah. Oops. What? There we go. Oh, what? Oh, I must have clicked the back button instead. Even though I'm curious about how he would answer, I don't ask. You've told me everything I need to know. I'll study the book you gave me. Thank you, Elijah. I'll be on my way. If you have more questions, don't hesitate to visit me. I like talking with you. Likewise. I come out of Elijah's room. I nod at Meredith and Garrus as I pass them by. I lay the heavy tome Elijah gave me on my bed once I'm back in my room. Looking at the heavy tome Elijah gave me, I let out a long sigh. I wish I could read this book. I really want to know if it contains anything important to the quest. I have no idea how to access the information on its pages. I can't read the Lokari Empire alphabet. It's a miracle that I can speak the language at the very least. Unfortunately, I won't be able to learn how to read and write in the short time that remains before we embark on the journey to the Demon Queen's castle. What should I do? A knock on the door takes me out of my grim thoughts. Lady Eurydice de Caris has arrived. Levi's voice can be heard from the other side. I wasn't expecting Eurydice today, but she often pops in at random times to see me in between all the tea parties she attends. I'm always happy to see Celeste's twin sister. She can enter. Eurydice enters the room with a bright smile and a spring in her step. She walks over to the vanity where I'm sitting, hunched over Elijah's now closed book. You're reading the Almanac of the Lokari Empire? You know this book? Yes, of course. It was required reading for us when we first started learning about the Empire and the God of Light. It's not an easy read. You almost threw your copy out the window in frustration. Sounds like something Celeste would do. Still, if Eurydice knows the contents of this tome, I might be able to get the information I need from her. Do you remember the content of the Almanac well? Almanac well? That's just a normal word. Why can't I say it? I think so. Our tutor had us memorize passages, and I wasn't as resistant to the idea as you were. Why did you pick up this hated read again? I got the tome from Elijah. He said it might be beneficial for me to review the contents again. But I'm getting a headache trying to sift through the writing. Sounds like you, all right. You can ask me what you want to know. If I remember what the book said about the topics, I will share. Thank you for your help, Eurydice. You're a blessing. What would you do without your sister? You'd be quite lost if not for me. There's nothing else I can do but agree with this statement. All right, it is time for me to take a break. Let me go take a break. I'm actually gonna start some food, I think. Maybe we'll take a small break and like watch something while I eat or whatnot, but I'm going to run some ads. I will start my food and we'll decide when I come back what the plan is. So you guys as well, grab some water, grab a snack, stand up, stretch if you're at work, stand up and stretch because you need to stand up and stretch. You probably haven't done it in a while. Yeah, do all that good stuff. We'll be right back, guys. Just get used to this. This is what it is today. Hey guys, welcome back. Appreciate you hanging around. Larry with the 50 biddies. Appreciate you. I made some udon, some instant udon, which is currently cooking. So I thought, let's do this talk with Eurydice, and then after we can watch a show that I found on YouTube while I eat, and then we can either finish this, because I still don't know where this ends, this extended demo ends. Then we can either continue this or we can go into the next game depending on where we finish. So thanks, Asia, appreciate it. Welcome back. Tom B as well, welcome back. Dawn, the only one who tried to burn down the stream, appreciate your attempt. Okay, so Eurydice has read this book, this tome, and we're asking her questions about it. So how are religion and history of the Empire connected? Let's just start from the top to the bottom. How are the religion of the God of Light and the history of the Lokari Empire connected? The first emperor ages ago was blessed with the power of light magic. He was also the first high priest who founded the Church of the God of Light. Wait, so the two positions were part of a single role at first? Yes, that situation was how the Lokari Emperor came to be called the Sun. He represented God himself amongst mortals. He was the closest thing to God in the mortal realm. Oh, that was what I was about to do. I have my heater under my desk and it's gotten a little hot. Turn that off. Later, the function of the Emperor and the High Priest became separated. One of the Emperors did so for practical reasons. Ruling over the Empire and taking care of holy matters at the same time was just too much of a strain. The Emperor's consort, the wife or husband of the Emperor, was called the Moon of the Empire, based on the role of the moon in the creation myth. She was to rule over the Empire if the Emperor ever got ill or wasn't present in the palace due to going to war. Ah, so currently Empress Muriel rules over the Empire. Yes, and her emperor consort is Lucius, who comes from the kingdom Durandal in the south. Does the book mention anything about Durandal? Can you tell me more about Durandal? We're allies with them, right? Durandal has a warmer climate, and their people have a much different culture than the people of the Lokari Empire. However, when both countries were attacked by demons once long ago, the Empress looked past our differences and proposed an alliance with Durandal. Thus, her first emperor consort was a Durandal prince, Noah's father. He passed away 7 years after the alliance was formed. So, the Empress married another Durandal prince, Lucius, her present husband. Okay, so is there anything, this is the main one, is there anything about love in the context of religion? Is there anything about love in the context of the Empire's religion in the book? Love? There's plenty about the God of Light's love for humans. That's not what I meant. I don't remember any other mentions of love. Why do you want to know something so strange? Uh-oh. I should have been more careful with my questions. Yet, love was the most important thing I was looking for in the tome. Still, I can see how the question might be seen as strange. Never mind, I was just curious. That's all I want to ask for now. That's all I wanted to ask for now. Alright. The first 100 pages mostly detailed the Lokari ruling system, but I doubt that information would interest you much. Not really. Next, the book talks about the creation myth, but you know that story by heart since Mom told it to us so many times in our childhood. I nod. Elijah had reminded me about the creation myth recently. Eurydice mentioning their mother makes me feel a pang of sadness and regret. She passed from an incurable illness when Eurydice and Celeste were both young. Celeste had some memories of her, but they are faded. Celeste and Eurydice's mother resembled Eurydice in personality. She was a sweet, kind woman. How she put up with father's tyrannical ways is difficult for me to understand. I guess she must have loved him, despite everything he was. How the Church of the God of Light operates and the fundamentals of religion are detailed in the book as well. But that information is boring to anybody who doesn't wish to become a priest. I'm fine with my current role. Eurydice chuckles. I didn't expect you to be interested in joining the church. Then the book lists a bunch of myths connected to the ancient Lokari Empire, but I can't say I have a good recollection of them all. They're just legends anyway, and may or may not have any truth to them. Those ancient stories may hold the answers to my questions, but if Eurydice doesn't remember the myths, then I can't pressure her to summarize them for me. I sigh. I won't be able to fully access the knowledge of this book after all. Still, Eurydice has helped me out plenty. Thank you, sister. There, I spared you having to read through this boring, heavy tome. You don't know how much I appreciate you for it. I can imagine. We spend the rest of the day just chatting and hanging out. I could use a break from my archery practice. My body is tired from the constant training. I don't feel like I'm any closer to forming a plan to defeat the Demon Queen, though. I also still don't understand how to access the Golden Bow's magic any better. At the end of the day, I remain frustrated with my lack of progress. The next day, while I'm hanging out in the living room of our apartment, Eurydice approaches me with a spring in her step. Celeste! We've received invitations to another ball! Something I hate. Why? Why am I going to more balls? Oh no. Not another one of those painful social gatherings. Look! Eurydice hands me an envelope with a royal seal. The Empress's seal? Yes! These envelopes are inside a bigger one. The Empress formally invited Father, myself, and you to a ball tomorrow evening. Tomorrow? That's so little time to prepare. Yes! Aren't you excited? Not at all. Aw, Celeste, don't be so dour. I'm sure the ball will be beautiful with good food, amazing music, and interesting conversations. You know I hate any kind of gathering of nobles. Can I refuse the invitation? I don't think so, because it's from the Empress. And you're the Saintess. I don't think we get a choice. No, you can't. I'm sorry, but not attending when you got a formal invitation from the Empress could anger her. I don't want to antagonize the Empress. It's just that, what am I supposed to do about my lack of etiquette knowledge? I'm not going to suddenly get a lot better at those skills by tomorrow evening. With all my archery practice, I've had no time to worry about learning to be a proper noble. Look, with all your archery practice, you haven't really gotten good at archery either. Like, this is the problem with quantity over quality. Just talk to the fucking bow, get good at archery, learn your fucking basics of etiquette, because when you sit beside the crown prince as the future empress consort, then, you know, we're gonna need it. Celeste is literally, like, just the biggest, she's the biggest issue in my way of romancing my man. There's a knock on the door. Paul, Eurydice's knight, opens it. What? Okay, I get Levi, and then she gets like a seasoned veteran here. A messenger from Duke George arrived for Lady Celeste. From Duke George? I bring word that my master Duke George would like to see Lady Celeste in 2 hours at the Royal Conservatory. Duke George wants to see me? Yes, that's right. I'm supposed to come back with a reply, milady. Or maybe that's the messenger. Maybe that's not the knight. I'll see his grace. Thank you. I'll relay the information immediately. The messenger leaves. When the door closes, Eurydice turns to me. Her eyes are sparkling with curiosity. What's going on between Duke George and you? Nothing. I'm as clueless as you are. We've only spoken twice so far. He's a kind man, but I know very little about him. Duke George? Kind? He always comes off to me as a cold and very closed-off person. Huh? That's not how he acted towards me. How curious. I wonder what he wants from me this time. No way to find out except going to see him, I suppose. I'll call Linda and let you get ready in peace. And I'll send word that we're going to the ball. Ugh, if we must. I'm afraid we have to. All right, then. Do your worst. Transparent, hello! Yeah, why am I going to more balls? It's a legitimate question. I am still streaming. This is the Otome Day stream. I plan on streaming for like another 5 hours, maybe. You just got up. I hope you slept well. Still have an hour to go of the demo? Oh my god. I mean, if Reaper goes for the no options once it branches, I think they'd be done in 40 minutes. Okay. The demo is long. Oh my god, okay. Perks of being 70% done when launching the Kickstarter. Let's go! What's up, Jade? My favorite thing about Instagram is whenever I see a meme and think Reaper would love this, 90% of the time you've already liked it. I did just see one you hadn't yet, and I feel like I caught a unicorn. Put in the server. Fair. Okay, I can't wait to see that. I slept well for the first time in a while because the Kickstarter is going well. Yes! What are we at now? We are at... When I started streaming, I was telling people about like the early bird tier, and the early bird tier was already sold out. And I was like, that's amazing. My god. 121 backers. That's insane. We're still going strong though. Okay, if I have that much more of this game, then I gotta get going with it. I'll watch the whole VOD when Reaper is done. I love them. Yay! Share, yeah, absolutely. Share all the links and stuff. Like, that goes for anything. If you can't, someone can. It just has to get in front of them. Yeah, you waiting for the game on launch day works just as well, because I mean, either way, money's gonna go to the dev team, and that's like, honestly, that's it, you know. The swag will be buyable from our shop or Etsy later. Nice. So if I can't buy my Dakimakura now, I can get it later, is what you're telling me? Oh, also transparent. I need a favor. I need a favor. Okay? What I need is I need you to talk to Noah's voice actor And I need his voice actor to give the to do the voice acting like oh my god, I had this whole thing. One of the tiers. I'm finding it. I'm finding it. The Golden Boat Elijah. Elijah, you can get a CG with voice acting. And now, what I need Noah to offer that same thing, okay? I need that personally here. I went on a whole, like, 10-minute thing about this. Oh, but no, that is amazing. It's going so well. And good, like, it deserves it. It totally deserves it. There's the wrong order of tiers, though. We'll fix it. Oh, okay, that'd be fair. It happens. Kickstarter is by the people, like, made by the people for the people, is that? Anyway, it's human, so. They all come with voices? Fuck, I don't know how I'm gonna find this money, but God, I need this. I need this. Ah! In the first 5 minutes, someone took one CG's with, look. The fans, we know what we want. We know what we want, okay? And when you offer it, we take it. I think I'm gonna get the Dakimakura. I think I am gonna get that, though. What's the point of having a body pillow if I can't change the Dakimakuras as often as I want? Like, come on. I was surprised it was with Elijah. No, Elijah's sweet. I feel like a lot of people would fall for him. I mean, to be fair, Celeste doesn't cock block you in Elijah's route like she likes to cock block me with Noah. Like, antagonistic all the time. Like, don't flirt with me. Why she gotta do me like that? Daki with Noah, it's sexy, isn't? It's just some. Anyway, yep. That's all I'm gonna say on that. We're making. I gotta get two. I'm romancing both of them. I was expecting everyone to be so in. It's a Duke of the North. That is like titular, like, romance option. Yes, I'm not surprised at all. Take an ice, but no. Oh my god. I feel like I need to have more Dakimakuras, honestly. Dakimakuras? No. I'm not saying that right. No, I am saying it right. Okay. I keep getting it confused with, like, there's a Pokemon that's very close to that in a Japanese, like, culture thing that's also really closely named to it, so. Hydrate. I will not take a cold shower. Okay. Given that this game has another, like, hour to 40 minutes to an hour, maybe we'll do this next scene. Maybe I'll get to the ball. Let's get to the ball, maybe, and then we'll change up things. But first, we're gonna go talk to George. She was like, I don't know why he's talking to me. He's not romantically interested in me. Well, we can make that happen. As fans of the game, we can make that happen. Don't want to see the twist at the end. Why would you do that to me? Okay, never mind. We're seeing this through. I might have to take like a 30-minute break to play like League or something so that my voice takes a break. But I guess we're in. Okay, I guess I'm in. I'm locked in now. I'm locked in. Once you're done with the ball, it's only half. Fuck. Okay. The odds you would have. It's Otome Day. It's Otome Day. Okay, okay, okay. Game on. Game on. I have been challenged. Screw everyone. Not really, but also really. Game on. Laughing, Eurydice walks off to her room and I enter mine. Linda spends the next 2 hours getting me ready to meet Duke George. It's almost like preparing for a ball, considering I've been summoned by someone so important. All the while, I continue to wonder why George wants to see me. This is pretty! I love all the flowers. I'm just taking everything in. When I arrive at the conservatory, I'm in awe of the splendor of the large glass building. Plants I've only seen in books on the Kingdom of Durandal fill out the greenhouse, alongside vegetation from the Lokari Empire. In the middle of the room, a table is laden with food of all kinds. George stands in front of it with a kind smile on his lips. Welcome, Lady Celeste. Your Grace. What is the occasion? I take another good look around. That's enough food for a party. Where's everyone else? There's only one servant in attendance standing by the glass wall, trying to be as inconspicuous as possible. Levi takes a spot next to him. There'll be nobody else coming. It'll be just you and I. I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I thought I'd like to partake in the meal with you. I blink once, then twice. My mouth falls open. You want to eat with me? I want to scream at him to explain himself. What is it about me that interests him enough to offer me a table full of food as well as his prestigious company? Isn't he supposed to be one of the key players in Lokari politics? Does he want to ally himself with the Saintess? But I have no standing in the Empire. I'm the 4th highest ranking person in name only. George continues smiling, gesturing to the table. He's been nothing but kind to me so far. Eurydice called him cold and detached, but that's not the impression I have of the Duke. Yes, that's right. I would go even further. I have a proposal for you. Not a marriage. I'd get a little excited, but I know it's not that. Oh, so he does want something in return for his gesture. I'd like to offer you a private etiquette lesson. That's right, because he sat close to us. He sat next to us at the ball before, at the feast dinner before. We got made fun of. He knows we don't have etiquette. What do you want from us? You... what? I noticed your lack of proper table manners during the last ball. I can't fix your lack of knowledge in one sitting, but I'd at least like to help prevent you from getting embarrassed in front of the court. I'm surprised and a little touched by George's kind offer. But why do you want to help me? Thank you! You know what, Celeste, finally you do something that we are in alignment with. Perhaps I have an interest in you and like you to feel better in your skin as a noble lady. An interest? What kind of interest? George chuckles. Nothing suspicious, I assure you. Now, will you accept my offer of help? Yes, we need this. Celeste, we need this. If not only for 5 more moments in this man's presence, you fucking need etiquette lessons. It's not like I have a choice. George is offering me exactly what I need right now. With tomorrow's ball coming up, I'm already stressed about my guaranteed poor performance at the table. If he can help me feel more at ease during the ball, maybe I'll actually be able to tolerate the social gathering. I should accept, even if I end up indebted to the Duke. All right, I accept your kindness. Good. Sit down, please. He pulls out a chair for me. I sit down at the table and give the food a good look. George takes a seat next to me. He gestures to the utensils. Let's go over which utensil you should use for which type of food. We'll sample small bites of everything together. We spend the next hour nibbling at food while George slowly and carefully explains the proper etiquette to me. He tells me about the utensils, corrects my posture, gives me pointers about what to say and which topics not to broach during a meal. And those are all the basics you need to know. If you review everything I taught you once you return to your family's guest apartment, you should be able to recall most of the lesson for tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for your help. I can't have the Saintess, one of the most important people in Lokari Empire, be belittled for not being a proper noble. Thank you. More importantly, I don't want you to have an anxiety attack again. You noticed? I saw the condition often during my time as a general, and my soldiers. Lowered field of view, trouble breathing, body shaking, wanting to bolt like an injured animal. I recognized all the signs in you during the last ball. I'm sorry I couldn't follow you out into the gardens. A noble cannot leave the dining table during a meal. I understand. So I made that big of a blunder? Your behavior won't win you any favors, but I fully understand the need to get away. You've been burdened with a huge responsibility, expected to fit a grand image people have created in their heads of you. I know how that feels, and I don't want you to suffer further. We've all been formally invited to tomorrow's ball by the Empress, so we cannot skip the event. That's why I thought I'd help you gain more confidence, so that you won't be as frightened. I really appreciate your kindness. You said you've seen a lot of suffering on the war front. Maybe he'd like to share some of his burden with me. What I've seen doesn't matter right now. George's kind smile disappears, replaced by a cold expression. I need to prepare myself for the ball as well. Thank you for today's meal, Lady Celeste. He's completely shut me out. Oh no, I asked the wrong question. Of course, George has seen a lot of pain and death. He fought on the war front. Why did I think he'd want to discuss those events with me, though? For a moment, I felt close to him, but in the end, we're still just strangers. All right, I'll see myself out then. Thank you, again. I curtsy and leave. George says nothing more to me. It's like an Arctic wind suddenly blew between us, taking away all his warmth. Duke George is really a mysterious figure. I can't let my guard down around him.
I love that Transparent Games, I'm calling them out in the chat right now, really went, man, can't believe everyone would want George. Meanwhile, gives us moments like that with George. You know what you did.
The time until the ball passes by like a blur. I practice what George taught me with Eurydice. Soon I find myself seated in the throne room between Duke George and Duchess Penelope again. Let's see. I take a good look at the cutlery. I think I remember which piece is correct to use for each kind of food. Penelope has a smirk on her face, but I turn my head away and look at George instead. He gives me a small nod. The Empress starts the dinner and I take small bites of my food on my plate. I use the correct forks and spoons. Penelope gives me a side eye, clearly disappointed when she finds no fault in me.
Yeah, suck it, Penelope.
I relax, listening to beautiful music. In no time, the dinner's over. Say, Saintess. When Lady Penelope strikes up a conversation with me, my breathing quickens again. What if I say something wrong? Lady Celeste, would you like to dance with me?
Talk to this witch? Or go we're dancing, even if I can't dance.
I turn my head in the other direction to see George standing next to me with a kind smile, his hand outstretched for me to take it. If I dance with George, I can avoid embarrassing myself in a conversation with Penelope, a conversation that the Empress, who is nearby, may overhear. The only problem is I can't dance. I know I can't dance. Maybe George will be able to lead me through the dance, though? Then I remember, it would be a slight to refuse him when he so publicly asked me to dance. All eyes at the table are on us. I swallow hard and take George's hand, getting up from my seat. With pleasure. George's smile grows as he leads me to the center of the ballroom. He gives the band a small wave and they change the music to something more suitable for dancing. Not that I know what the dance is. The tune sounds like something formal. You worry so hard, your thoughts are etched on your face. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll lead you through the dance, don't worry, just leave everything to me. It's not a credit card. Wait a minute. It's not a credit card, but I'm gonna take this and just
take my money! Oh, that's so pretty! And
It's always the freaking Dukes of the North! Otome Day. Can I marry him? If we get to the stretch goal! I'm assuming yes, Asia!
We take a starting position and George gently moves me through the dance. I follow his lead. The motions are repetitive enough that I find myself relaxing.
I wanted to talk to you again. In the privacy of dancing, I can ask you more than I could at the table.
It's always the voice acting that breaks me. Look, I know we're all broke. But if every person put $1 towards the game, just $1. Just gonna continue my way down here. Just bye-bye. Just bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye now. I can't go any further in my test. I drop things. Oh my god. That was, so good! What if I just...
I wanted to talk to you again. In the privacy of dancing, I can ask you more than I could at the table.
Who's the voice actor? Fuck, who's the voice actor? Is it gonna be... I can... Xander M. Grant? Has he been in other things? It's an IMDb page. I immediately go. Sorry, this is important to me. I have to like support all the really good voice actors. It's just it's my duty in life. He's in other. Has he been in anything I play? I don't think he's in anything I've played. Yet. Keyword yet. Lord of the Wings! That is on my to playlist. Okay. Oh my god. Yes, hello. Yep. Yep, good stuff. Good stuff. Good, sir. Good for you. Good. Yes, I approve. Of course, everyone has to be approved by me, obviously so. He's pretty fresh compared to Noah, Celeste, VA, who are in anime. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's right. We did have this conversation before. And Elijah's in games. Shh. What? No, I would never go stalking. That doesn't seem like something I would do. No. Anyway, continuing. If I get more voice acted lines. I can never have enough voice acted lines. Everything can be voice acted and I'd be like, it's not enough.
You want to talk to me?
I forgot she has a voice! Hi!
Yes, I do. First, I'd like to praise you for your etiquette skills. They have improved tremendously.
I don't know why. Must have had a really good teacher. Please have a line like that.
You still lack confidence, but you didn't make any obvious mistakes tonight.
So there were not obvious mistakes that I made.
Nothing any other noble at the table could scorn you for.
I'm glad.
You still need to improve the way you converse with nobles. But that'll be more of a process to master if you want to put effort into acquiring the skill. Good communication isn't something you learn overnight, after all.
I understand. I really...
Yes? What is it?
I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's because of you that I got through the meal without embarrassing myself. You didn't need to help, but you did.
I'm just now realizing that her voice reminds me of the voice of Ladybug from Ladybug and Cat Noir. Who is that? She also does Verosika in Hell of a Boss. It's very similar. It's a really nice voice. It's a really nice sound. Veronica Lau. Lau? Oh my, I did search for her before. I've heard her in other things. True Beauty! What is she in True Beauty? Chotomate! Hold it! All of you wait! Wait a minute! You sit there and be patient. Sit. Good. Is that a lie? Did someone lie to me? Google lied to me? I read all of True Beauty before it got really popular. Sharon! Oh my god, she's one of the friends! Oh my god, we love them. Ah! Okay, sorry. I have gone down the rabbit. See, the thing is that I go down the rabbit hole when it's like things that I have read or I have seen. True Beauty, that Korean comic being one of them, of like one of my first Korean comics that I read like in its entirety. So that's really freaking cool. Okay, I'm back. Don't worry, I'm back in. Cause I would like more of Xander's voice, please. Thank you.
You're the kindest person I know.
Oh, that was it. Dang it! Yay, more! Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm just being ridiculous now.
I
stare at George, wide-eyed. His cheeks are deep pink. Did I embarrass him? He's so in control of himself at all times, but seeing him flustered is so cute.
I'm really, really grateful to you.
Enough of this. You'll be fine on your own for the rest of the night.
The song ends at that moment. George bows to me, takes my hand and guides me gently back to the table. When I sit down, he leaves to take another lady to dance. Why did my heart flutter so much when I saw him blush? When he was so affected by my words? Why do I feel so
lonely now that he's abandoned me. Okay, now hear me out, Celeste. Hear me out. I agree with you, okay? I completely agree. The voice too just gets us, okay? I'm just saying. There's another man who has literally gone out of his way to like come and see you and stuff, and you have not given my man Noah nothing. You've given him nothing compared to all these other people. Nothing. Poor fucking Noah. I do love George, but George is that mature. It's like that mature route. Again, 18, we died when we were 21. Being 26, he's more mature than us, like in game as a 30-year-old, not even close. But like, give my man Noah a chance. I know it's enemies to lovers. I want him to be a little bit more enemy. Like, she going big or go home with him though, and I love it. I'm here for it. That's why I'm gonna be mad at her, because it's just like, we're so close, Celeste. We're so close, and no. You have cake? You didn't give us cake? I want cake. You couldn't share? Me and my chat, guys, we have snacks and we just don't share. Buy the 18+ booklet, Reaper? Well, I mean, if you say so, who am I to say no to the dev? Like, I already went off on that earlier, actually, so. No, George didn't abandon me. He simply went to dance with another lady, as is proper when you're dancing with someone you're not courting. One dance per person. My heart is beating so quickly, but not out of fear. I'm attracted to George, I realize. He's way out of Celeste or my league, and he's everything I'm not. A confident person, a dignified noble, a skilled general. And yet, an inkling of hope blazes in my soul. Hope that George could also be interested in me. The rest of the ball passes by uneventfully. I strike up conversations with some noble lords and ladies and thankfully manage not to embarrass myself further. Ooh! New background. Pretty. Eventually, I redirect my attention to practicing horseback riding. I forbid Levi from coming with me. I don't want him to know Celeste, who is supposed to be great at riding, is now completely unskilled on horseback. A few days of riding helped me improve a bit, though I'm still far from great on a horse. I decide to keep practicing instead of spending more days at the archery range. I'll be useless during the journey if I can't sit on the horse properly. I'm telling you, just talk to the fucking bow and maybe you'll understand the archery bit too. Eventually I return to practicing archery too. At some point I become decently accurate with the cursed weapon. However, its magic still eludes me. Just talk to it! Before I know it, 3 weeks pass, and suddenly it's time to pack for the journey to the Demon Queen's castle. Now I'm gonna say something, do not take this the wrong way. There was a lot of time at this castle. So, the fact that we're leaving it in the extended demo, I'm actually fucking thrilled. I'm so excited. Linda's the one doing the packing, but Eurydice is in the room too. You should take another pair of pants. Noah told us to pack light. We'll only have 4 wagons for provisions and some luggage. I can't take too much with me. But what if your pants get dirty? Then I'll wash them in the river. Celeste. What? There's a knock on the door. Linda goes to open it. Delivery from the High Priest to Lady Celeste. Elijah sent me something? Linda brings the package to where I'm sitting on the bed. I rip it open to reveal. No, he did not. He didn't send me. Oh, you should try on this outfit right now. You'll look like a proper Saintess. It's the outfit, let's go! I pale, bunching the dress in my hands. I know what this is. I saw Meredith wearing a similar outfit. No way, I'm not wearing a priestess's clothes. The priestesses of the Church of Light wear clothes similar to Christian nuns, complete with a veil. You should wear the clothes. It's the proper outfit for a Saintess. Levi never had to wear such a ridiculous outfit in the book. He had a robe similar to Elijah's. But the outfits for priests and priestesses are different in this world, for whatever reason. Why? I'll help you dress. Ignoring my protest, Eurydice and Linda helped me into the priestess outfit. I don't care how mad she looks, she's adorable! I look ridiculous. I love it! I am Eurydice. At this point, I'm just Eurydice. Let's go, babe. You and me. In the pink, too. Let's go. Oh my, like a proper Saintess. I hate you, Elijah. With all my heart. Later that day, the party gathers on the training grounds. Nobody bats an eye at me wearing priestess clothing. Am I the only one who finds the outfit ridiculous? Noah counts everyone. The party consists of 20 people. Noah, Tarek, Levi, and 5 other knights. 3 mages, 5 archers beside myself, Elijah, Gareth, and 1 other healer. It feels like a small group for such a grand quest. Still, the Empress seems disinclined to budge on the number of people allowed in our party or on our deadline to leave for our journey. I hope the quest goes well for us despite our small group and the little time we had to prepare. I'm worried. I don't feel ready when it comes to my skills. I can't change the situation, though. I've done the best I could. You haven't talked to the bow. And I'm going to say that till I'm blue in the face. Just talk to the fucking bow. I just hope my best will be enough. We ride for days. Only when we're close to being out of sunlight do we stop to make camp. I'm so tired from traveling at the end of each day that I immediately collapse as soon as I lay out my bedroll. Fortunately, I'm exempt from the night watch. We don't expect to be attacked by demons this far away from the front line, but you never know. The demon who attacked me near the Dakaris mansion wasn't supposed to be that close to the capital either. After another few days of riding, my back and butt are sore, but I feel myself getting used to the motion of being in a saddle for many hours. That, or I'm so tired that I just no longer care about the pain. A week into our journey, I finally feel comfortable enough with riding that I start being bored on the road. The other members of our party are frequently talking while riding. Maybe I should engage someone too. Talk to Noah. I like that the order sometimes changes too, because I feel like Noah was like at the bottom. Sorry, maybe I'm misremembering. I feel like the order changes, which is, if it's true, it's kind of nice. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Noah. I'll talk to Noah, who's riding at the front of our party. Yeah, it changes? Nice. I thought so. Attention to detail right here. I kick my horse into a gallop and make my way to the front, slowing down when I'm next to Noah. You know, the fact that I'm so mean to him, but I always choose to talk and help him is probably giving this boy hot and cold. And I'm a bitch for Katy Perry, so perfect. Celeste. He greets me with his signature smirk. Noah, aren't you setting the pace too fast for our party? I decide to simply address the elephant in the room. I've never been in the saddle day after day for hours, and you're pushing us to go long distances every day. What's the rush? It's not like anybody's expecting us back in the capital by a certain date. If we're exhausted, we won't be able to fight the demons efficiently. I don't want anybody to die because they were too tired to raise their sword. Noah's pleased expression drops. You're right. It's just my anxiety getting the best of me. I want to be done with this quest as soon as possible, but you're right. That rushing won't help anybody. Exactly. He looks me up and down. You're not feeling too bad, are you? I let out a long sigh. I'll tell him the truth. I wouldn't have brought the problem up if I didn't think it was serious. Honestly, I'm exhausted. I've never been in the saddle for such a long period of time. Looking through Celeste's memory, she's been riding horses for a long time, but she's only ever taken them on short excursions around the Dakaris lands. I'm not as great at riding as she was, but I think she'd be tired too. You're a noblewoman, after all. I tend to forget. What do you mean by that? Of course I'm a noblewoman.
You've been on the training grounds the whole month, and when I dropped by during the tea party, you weren't exactly doing a great job at being a poised lady of high society.
What?
What did I do wrong during Penelope's tea party that no one noticed? Okay, well, the way you were talking to people was probably one thing. And you did say things were stupid, so... Your posture was off, as were the size of the bites of the cake you ate.
That's... Who cares about minuscule matters like that?
Yes, by your reaction, I can tell you don't care about such things. I think that's good. You're not hiding behind a facade. You're you, Celeste, and I quite enjoy our conversations. You aren't full of pretense.
There he goes again with the flirting. Do something about the pace we're going at.
But of course I will. Thank you for bringing the issue to my attention. If there's anything else you'd like to discuss, I'm always happy to talk to you.
Actually, there was one thing I was thinking about.
Yes?
What kind of demons will we encounter? Are there different species or types of demons?
Yes, there are. So far you've met an imp. All demons have wings and are capable of flying. Imps attack with their claws. Humanoid demons called devils use whips burning with fire. And flying eyeballs shoot rays of energy from their eyes.
Flying eyeballs?
Yes, that's what the soldiers call them. They're rather cute looking until you come across a swarm of them. Then they can be quite deadly.
I'll keep that warning in mind.
I'll alert everyone about the dangers when we're closer to the lands where demons' attacks are most likely to happen. We should be safe for another week still.
What about the Demon Queen? What does she look like?
The accounts about the leader of demons are varied. Some soldiers say she's a giant monstrosity towering over buildings, while others claim that she's a beautiful woman with horns, a tail, and third eye on her forehead. People suspect she's been both. A shapeshifter.
So either way, we won't miss her?
That's right. No matter the form, we will have to fight the Demon Queen to end the war. She's supposed to be holed up in the Claumond Castle. But if the battlefront has now shifted to Barwood, then we may find her somewhere else entirely.
I just hope we'll be ready to fight her when we come across her.
Let's do our best. That's all we can do. I know Noah doesn't believe in the mission's success, but it's painful to see that sad look on his face. However, I don't feel entirely prepared to defeat the Demon Queen either, so I can't offer him reassurance. Still, I want to lighten his mood. Until it's time to make camp, I ride next to Noah. We chat about light topics, joking together. I quite enjoy his company. If you give him a chance. Over the next few days, we travel at a more relaxed pace. We still make good progress, but I'm less tired and I have more time to rest each night. I'm glad Noah changed his mind about how hard he was pushing us. As the next week passes and we travel closer to the front line, we encounter the first demons. The flying eyeballs! The flying eyeballs! I didn't even read it. The flying eyeballs. I can see now why the soldiers gave them that name. The fiends come as a swarm, firing laser beams from their eyes. We dodge the attacks to the best of our ability, yet some cries of pain can be heard from the party. There's no time to waste being weirded out by how the demons look. I take the golden bow in my hand, aim, and shoot. I shoot and shoot until I've gotten rid of a group of fiends. The golden bow is surprisingly cooperative. I don't feel like it's fighting me as much as it usually does. Maybe the artifact likes being used for its intended purpose, defeating demons. Another swarm of flying eyeballs comes my way. I shoot and fire until we have defeated all of the enemies. What a fight. It's the first real fight I've been in since the imp attacked me in the forest near the Dakaris mansion. I feel much more prepared to fight demons now. I spent a lot of time training since then. Still, as my adrenaline rush subsides, I suddenly become aware that my arms and legs are shaking. I take a seat with my back to a nearby tree. Are you all right? Levi runs up to me and kneels beside me. I'm not hurt, don't worry. I'm just a bit overwhelmed by the fighting. If there's anything I can do to help. No, Levi, I just need to get used to real combat with enemies rushing at me to kill me. I'm not a trained combatant like you are, or at least I wasn't until all the training I recently completed. All I've done before is hunt prey for sport. Prey that didn't fight against me with claws or rays of magic from their eyes. We're going to encounter a lot more demons on our journey to defeat the Demon Queen. There's no time for me to mope around, but I can't stop myself from shaking. I'm sorry you have to go through this. If I could do anything to lessen your burden, I would.
Yeah, so, to be honest, we took that upon ourselves because, you were supposed to be the main character, but we decided, hey, we don't want to die, so, our bad. We're kind of stealing your love interest. Sorry. Oops.
I know. Thank you, Levi. I can't be weak. I have to keep fighting. Everyone expects me to kill the Demon Queen. I have to stop being afraid. I know why the situation is so hard for me. I grew up in America, in peace. I never had to consider fighting in a war, especially not against grotesque demons. I have to accept reality, though. The life I had on Earth ended. I died. I belong to Celeste's world now. I'm Celeste, and I'm the Saintess. Everyone expects me to wield the golden bow with expertise so I can defeat fiends. With my resolve clear, I feel the strength of my body return. I get up from my seat, taking Levi's hand. When I look around at the party, I see the priests healing the wounded. Everyone has such grim looks on their faces. Defeating demons is harder than I imagined, and it seems the more experienced knights and archers also found the battle difficult. Noah's expression is serious as well. We should make camp here early today. We get to work on setting things up even though the sun is still high in the sky. I'm not as tired as I usually am. Is there anything I could do to help cheer everyone up? What if we throw a party today? I could hunt down some good game and then we could all eat a nice meal together and chat by the campfire. Usually we're all too tired after we set up camp to exchange more than a few words. Maybe today's the day we do things a bit differently. Levi, I'm going hunting. I'll be back in a few hours. Do you want me to come with you? I think about his question for a moment. Unlike Celeste, I'm not opposed to Levi's company. Yes, in case there are more demons around, but let's keep some distance between each other so we can hunt independently without a problem. Right. The next few hours pass with Levi and I out on a hunt. I come across a group of deer. I decide such a large game would be great for our party. Bringing back some large game to camp to add to whatever the other knights managed to catch will definitely leave us with enough food to eat a hearty meal and celebrate. Beats eating mostly salted meat and hardtack for another night in a row. In my life as Celine, I had nothing to do with hunting. In short, I don't have the skills Celeste possessed. However, I do have access to her knowledge, and she knew a lot about bringing deer down. I rely on her memories. Yes, I did it! I kill the deer I've chosen, spooking the rest of the group. They run off as I approach the carcass. It's dead. A pang of sadness goes through my heart. I've killed an animal, planning to eat it. However, I push the feeling aside. The world I live in now just works this way, and I have to accept that reality. Levi! I won't be able to bring back the game back to camp on my own. The deer is too heavy for me to carry by myself. Yes, Celeste? After a few calls, Levi comes running over. He stops in front of me. Wow, did you kill the deer on your own? Yes, it's perfect for what I have planned for us. And what have you planned? We're going to throw a party at camp to cheer everyone up. That's a cute idea, I have to say. The way he said the words makes me blush. I'm not cute. I'm supposed to act as the tomboy Celeste. Help me carry the game. Of course. Is this gay? It is not. I mean, originally it was gay, and then we isekai'd in, and now we made it not gay. There are some really attractive female characters, though, that we could be gay for. How are you, Rach? How are you? What are you up to today? Levi and I dragged the deer back to the campsite. I'm gonna turn the light on in a minute. It's getting dark in here. Crap. When night falls, the deer has been skinned. Not by me, of course. I doubt I'd be able to keep down the contents of my stomach if I had to prepare the meat on my own. Soon its sizzling beat above the campfire. Oh, the scent is heavenly. People gather around the fire, chatting excitedly. Many approach me with gratitude in their eyes. Everyone's happy to eat a large, fresh meal for a change. As the others start taking off their armor and switching to casual clothes, I decide to do so as well. Ah, the outfits, casual outfits, let's freaking go! When I return from the tent I usually share with Tarek and other women from our party, I see Levi dressed in his casual clothes now too, sitting by the fire. He's taking out his lute and is trying out a few notes. I've completely forgotten that Levi is musically inclined. The novel mentioned in passing that he sings and plays the lute. I'll get to experience his singing for real now. That's wonderful. Noah's sitting next to Levi drinking from a cup. He's also changed clothes, though his outfit is still plenty fancy. Yep. It's great to see everyone relaxing. I turn and see Elijah behind me. He's changed his clothes as well. He looks good out of priest robes. Ha! That's what she said. We can't be doom and gloom all the time. Some fun is required now and then to keep our sanity. Is it now? Elijah trails off, looking to the side with a thoughtful expression. I want to ask him what he means, but Noah suddenly waves to me. Celeste, come over here. So what's going on? Wait. Kinda, I don't know, I feel like it's kinda sus. There's a little sussy moment here. When I look back at where Elijah was standing, he's already gone. Wandered off to the side of the camp where Gareth and the other priests are opening a tall bottle. Did they bring alcohol with them on the quest? I suppose it's alright to drink from time to time. I approach Noah and Levi instead. When I come close, Levi starts singing a song. It's a happy tune, folk music about a party of adventurers who have fun solving people's problems by killing demons. I sit down on the other side of Levi. Noah nods at me with a smile but doesn't say anything, and I keep quiet too. I don't want to interrupt Levi's singing. Levi has a wonderful voice, calming and fun to hear. Some members of the party start clapping to the rhythm, others move in a dance. The smell of the deer cooking is heavenly and makes my mouth water. The despair that our group fell into last week is lifted. My idea is a success. When the meat is ready, Tarek slices it up and serves everyone. We eat and drink, chat and laugh. Later, Levi continues playing the lute and singing as people dance more. It's a happy time, a memory I'm sure I'll look back on with fondness later. We may be going on a grand quest, but that fact doesn't mean we have to be serious all the time. Over the next week, we fight some more demons. The encounters increase in frequency as we near the front line. We pass by contingents of the armies from the Lokari Empire and Durandal's kingdom. We exchange information and find out we're nearing Barwood. The new location... clicked too early. The new location of the front line since last month. Nobody has sighted the Demon Queen in any of her forms on the new battlefields yet. However, the soldiers suspect she's now holed up in the castle in Barwood. She used to call Cloudmond Castle her home, and they've changed the novel's plot. In the book, Levi and his party fought the Demon Queen in the Cloudmond Castle. A few more days pass by. The merry mood that our group had after the party turns more serious again. We'll arrive in Barwood the day after tomorrow. Be ready for a huge fight. We're entering the real battlefield. Noah gives us instructions on how to fight as a party. We'll be divided into 4 formations and everyone will be assigned a specific area to defend. I'm in the same formation as Noah, Levi, and Elijah and a mage woman. Her name is Patrice, but I haven't talked to her much. We're the core of the party, the most important team. Noah, Levi, and Patrice are tasked to protect me along with fighting the demons. Elijah is there to provide healing should any of us get injured. I understand everything. We all confirm that we accept Noah's orders. Tonight, I find it hard to fall asleep. The seriousness of what's in front of us awakens fear in my heart. Will we be able to succeed on our quest? The next day is the last one where I'll be able to speak to my friends from the party in a calm setting away from combat. Whom do I want to speak with the most? The following choice will lock you into the chosen character's route. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that heads up. I love when otomes are like, hey, this is gonna lock you into something. I appreciate the shit out of that. I like the colors change too. Noah, let's go. Lock me in, baby. I kick my horse into a gallop until I get close to Noah. He's deep in conversation with one of the mages. Tarek is riding next to Noah. She gives me a nod when I approach. Saintess. This might be a good opportunity to learn more about Noah and Tarek's relationship. I already know that Noah considers Tarek more of a mother figure in his life than the Empress. At the same time, she's his naive, most trusted confidant. Their relationship is complex. I'm glad Noah has someone to rely on. Tarek, I've been wondering, if it's okay to ask, could you tell me more about yourself? About me? Why would you want to know about me? You're always at Noah's side. He seems to trust you. I'd like to learn more about you and the relationship between you and Noah. If you're comfortable sharing, that is. Hydrate, thank you. I shouldn't be awake, I should be asleep. No, Rach, are you not able to sleep? I feel like, what? Ooh, it's gonna be like in the early AM for Rach right now, Dawn. Ah, thank you, Tompy. Oh, of course. I was just surprised you asked me in the first place. What would you like to know about me? Tell me about Durandal. You come from Durandal, don't you? Can you tell me more about the country? I haven't been to my home country for 24 years. From what I hear, though, not much has changed. There are vast deserts in Durandal, large areas where there's only sand for miles. Settlements are built around the only sources of water, the oases. The oases? The oases. I don't know how to say that. Mountains cut the country off from its neighbors on two sides. You actually have to traverse a large mountain range to get from the Lokari Empire to Durandal. On its other two sides, the country borders a vast ocean. The beaches there are sandy and the water has a turquoise hue. I come from a seaside town. I've always found the ocean beautiful. Do you miss the water? The Lokari Empire doesn't have access to the ocean. Sometimes I do. But then I remind myself that if I had never come to the Lokari Empire, I would have never met Noah. My relationship with the prince is more important to me. You seem to treat the prince like family. I wouldn't dare, I give her a long look. You're far too observant, Saintess. Yes, Noah's like a son to me, the child I never had. I'm glad to be at his side. Okay, how did you become his knight then?
How did you become Noah's knight? 24 years ago, I came to the Lokari Empire as part of the late Emperor Consort's entourage. When Noah was born a year later, the Empress appointed me as Noah's knight. I swore to protect him with my life, and I've been doing so for many, many years. When Noah came of age, he took on some of the Empress's responsibilities to learn how to rule. What exactly did Noah do before he had to organize the party for the quest? Noah appointed me head of the palace guards a few years ago. However, since I was still to remain his knight and he needed a chance to practice leading others, we decided to share the responsibility. Noah also takes care of any problems people present to him. He also has a vast network of people who gather information for him. That's how he knows whom he's supposed to help, even if people don't reach out to him directly.
Is that like a spy network? This part wasn't mentioned in the book.
Perhaps.
Tarek gives me a mysterious smile.
I can neither confirm nor deny that statement.
I won't press Tarek for a more direct answer.
Noah's reputation as the Mad Prince, however, makes the nobles hesitant to approach him for assistance or advice.
All right. Noah isn't exactly popular amongst the nobility.
But the citizens of Solus love Noah. He's helped out the city folk a lot over the years. How efficiently Noah organized the temporary homes for the Barwood refugees comes to mind. He had definitely seemed familiar with how to resolve a crisis. I wish the nobility respected Noah more. Alas, we have to live with the situation we're in. The Empress has been spreading rumors about Noah being the unreliable mad prince amongst the nobility. I wonder if Tarek knows Noah's mother is the source of the rumors. Probably, right? That information is not something I am supposed to know as Celeste, though, so I don't ask. What exactly do you do in the palace? I'm head of the guard. As such, I oversee the guard's schedules and placements, resolve conflicts within the order, and assign people to train new guards. All the guards are knights who aren't appointed as specific nobles. The guard exists to protect the Empress, Emperor Consort, and the Crown Prince, as well as all the nobles living or staying in the palace. Knights are considered servants by their respective nobles, although being employed as a knight is a greater honor for a regular citizen than being employed in any other field. That's why nobles don't become knights. Only people of lower standing do. Since I'm Noah's knight as well, I have to protect him at all times. So Noah and I share the burden of running the palace guard. That sounds like a lot of work. It is. That's why I have a right hand who helps me, William. Though he's not always as reliable as I would like him to be. She mumbles the last sentence in a small voice, but I catch the words. I know nothing about William from the book. Come to think of it, though, I remember Tarek mentioning his name once back when I informed Noah of the Barwood refugees. Must be hard to have to rely on someone you don't entirely trust. Okay, that's all I like to know.
This is a really cool insignia, by the way.
Thank you for answering my questions. That's all I'd like to know for now. I hope I didn't bore you. Far from it. You're an interesting conversation partner, Tarek.
Who? Me? No way.
She's way too modest. Come to think of it, there's one more thing I want to ask. What do you think of Noah?
Tarek chuckles.
I love him like a son I've never had.
He's quite a wild card, though, always coming up with unexpected solutions to problems.
Serving him can be difficult at times, but it's also very rewarding.
Hey. Noah approaches us, having finished his conversation with the mage. Are you talking about me behind my back?
Oh, I wouldn't dare.
Tarek gives Noah a playful grin. I chuckle. Didn't know you were interested enough in me to ask others about me.
It's not all about you, Noah. I wanted to get to know Tarek better.
Right. Tarek's smile widens as she listens to our back and forth.
I need to talk to the rest of the knights. I'll leave you both be. You don't need to...
She's gone before I can finish the sentence, kicking her horse into a gallop and going to the far end of our line of riders.
And she's gone.
Don't mind her. Tarek's just a busy person. Still, I'm happy you decided to talk to her. She's way too self-conscious about her own standing to approach you herself, but she's been talking about wanting to get to know the Saintess for a while.
Has she?
Yes, ever since I mentioned meeting you a few times.
I blush, looking away. You didn't tell her about the tea party, did you?
I might have.
You'll never let me live down that event.
I'll stop talking about it if it really bothers you that much.
Thank you. I would appreciate it if you did.
You're just so fun to tease. I want to say I don't want to be the source of Noah's entertainment, but I can't say I don't enjoy our small arguments.
Noah keeps me on my toes. Every conversation with him is interesting.
I ride alongside Noah for the rest of the day. When he doesn't have to take care of any trouble in our party, we talk about his life at the palace and my experiences as Celeste prior to becoming the Saintess. We enjoy our time getting to know each other better. Tarek joins in the conversation from time to time as well. When we set up camp for the night, I have no trouble falling asleep, for once not worrying about whether or not I'll be able to defeat the Demon Queen. Battle time! Let's go, my body is ready. Soon we arrive at Barwood. From a distance, we can already see the town burning. Demons of different terrifying shapes are flying above the rubble. We need to push through the ruins of the town to reach the castle up the hill. There's a strong probability the Demon Queen relocated here from Cloudmond Castle. We need to determine whether or not she's really here now, and if she is, we need to prepare to face her. We all confirm understanding Noah's orders, then get into our planned formations. I take out the golden bow and hold it at the ready. We enter the town, immediately encountering demons. Ah, the art is so cool! I'm wondering if there's like any like little Easter eggs in like the designs and the wings. A devil blocks our path. He's a humanoid demon with a whip made of fire. He waves the weapon around in front of him, making a low guttural sounds. Oh god, you'll see! You'll see! That's not good! I swallow hard. The fact that he's so human-like is unsettling. The Demon Queen may look like a human as well, I remind myself. It's easier to kill demons with monster-like features, but far more difficult to hurt someone resembling another human being. For me, at least, there's a difference in how much the deaths weigh on my soul. There's no time to hesitate, though. We have to get past the demons to reach their queen and end this war once and for all. Advance! Noah gives the order. Our formations advance on the demons, engaging them in battle. Noah and Levi fight the devil in melee. A swarm of flying eyes appears above the devil. I aim the golden bow at the monsters and shoot. Patrice takes one of the eyes down with her water magic. Another devil appears in front of Noah and Levi. I aim the bow and shoot an arrow straight into the creature's chest. The demon falls down to the ground. Noah and Levi bring down the other devil. They gesture for us to advance into the town. I have no idea how long we continue to fight the demons before we finally reach the castle. An hour could have passed, or maybe 4. Time flows differently when you fight for your life. I'm terrified and tired, but the real battle hasn't even started yet. We regroup with the other formations in front of the castle gates. Not everyone has survived. My heart feels heavy thinking some of my companions have died. We're going inside. The gates to the castle courtyard are open, as if welcoming us. We walk through the courtyard and open the heavy castle doors. Oh my god, I'm getting nervous. We continue down the corridor. The place is so quiet that it's eerie. No more demons attacking us. She wants us to come to her. I also think it's a trap. We have no choice but to proceed. We need to bring the Demon Queen down. I realize there's no way we can turn back now. Everyone is dead set on fighting the Demon Queen. I want to stop and tell everyone I don't feel ready. My palms are sweaty, my hands are shaking, my throat is dry. We're walking into a trap and I feel like our death is near. We can't possibly die though, can we? I've trained so hard to be ready for this moment. I look down at the golden bow. It won't betray me at such a pivotal moment, will it? I do my best to focus and push my fear aside. A few steps later, we enter the grand hall, which now serves as the throne room of the Demon Queen. There's eyeballs in her thing. Oh my god, I do love the bone corset though. That's cool. There she sits on her throne, a smirk on her face. She's a beautiful woman, but she's unmistakably not fully human. Horns protrude from her head, and there's a third eye on her forehead. She swirls her long tail in the air, her leathery wings flutter. She's as gorgeous as she is deadly.
You've arrived. I've been expecting you, Saintess.
Let's fucking go! Her voice is enchanting, pulling me towards her. There must be something magical about it. I would never want to come close to this monster of my own free will.
Get in formations.
There's no chance you just want to quietly die, is there? I would appreciate not having the Chosen if the God of Light in the way of my conquest.
You vile demon! Get ready to perish!
That's my
I
man.
wasn't talking to you.
She glares at Noah, forming a ball of pure dark energy in her hands. Noah commands everyone to take positions in advance. As Noah, Levi, and the other melee combatants run into the room, the door on the opposite side of the hall bursts open, and a swarm of demons pours in. I take my spot at the back of the fight and ready the golden bow. I hesitate for a moment. If I kill the Demon Queen, will the other monsters stop fighting? It's worth a try, isn't it? I aim the golden bow at the Demon Queen's heart. I take a few deep breaths, doing what I can to steady myself. The Demon Queen notices I'm aiming the weapon at her. The confident, amused smirk returns to her face.
Let's have some fun, shall we?
I do my best to remember what Elijah told me about accessing the golden bow's light magic.
Don't fail me.
I try to gather the power in the arrow. The golden bow resists me.
Not now!
There's red magical energy gathering in the palm of the Demon Queen's hand. She's not looking at me, but at Noah.
No! No! No!
I welcome her being distracted. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I wonder, does that change based on who you romance? Does that change? That is 5 o'clock. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I let the arrow imbued with light magic fly at the Demon Queen. Just then, she releases the bolt of magic in her hand at Noah. When she glances back in my direction, the arrow is almost at her heart, but she suddenly waves her hand in the air and the arrow's magic disappears. It bounces off an invisible shield and clatters to the floor.
No!
Die!
Just then I notice Noah running straight at me, pointing a sword at my chest. What? There's an aura of red magic around him and his eyes look so far away.
Be a good puppet and kill the Saintess for me.
Okay, okay. I'm definitely killing you now, bitch.
No! Noah!
He cares for you. Isn't it fun to use the one who adores you against you?
It's a very good plot. Okay, it's a very good trope. I agree, but still, ma'am.
No! No!
I take a few steps back, but Noah, controlled by the Demon Queen's magic, moves more quickly than any normal human. He runs the sword straight through my chest.
No, no, what have I done?
Now turn and kill her, please.
Oh my god.
I love this scene. As life escapes me, I glance over at Noah, who drops his sword and kneels before me.
I know. You didn't want to. It was the Demon Queen's magic.
It hurts to speak. It hurts to move my head to look at him. It hurts to breathe.
Celeste, how could I? No, this is horrible. Please don't die, Celeste.
I muster a small smile.
It's not your fault.
It pains me to see the suffering on Noah's face. The Demon Queen's ominous laughter is the last thing I hear before I slip into the darkness. I'm in heaven again, in the comforting cotton-like substance. I lost my fight against the Demon Queen. I couldn't control the golden bow properly. And now the Lokari Empire will have to wait for another saint, if one will ever come. I'm not in physical pain anymore, but my heart aches from regret. The fight against the Demon Queen is no longer mine. I'm dead. I won't be able to save anyone. I'll miss Noah and the others. The heavenly sound could be heard in the quiet of this space again.
You must fight on.
The angelic voice is back. What do you mean I have to continue fighting? I'm dead. Before I can protest further,
My soul gets pulled into the golden whirlpool again. This person just does not want to let me die. I close my eyes, becoming dizzy like last time. When I open them again, I find myself in front of the golden bow in the chapel, my hand touching its cold surface. The pain from the bow's light magic entering my body is excruciating. I faint before I can even scream. As Celeste experienced, death is not the end of the Saintess's journey. Will you be able to rewrite her fate? Thank you for playing the Saintess Golden Bow demo. Wishlist us a Steam Pack us on Kickstarter. Death is not the end of the Saintess's journey. I've died twice. I've died twice. Skill issue? That's just called the plot. I can only do so much against the plot. Yeah, you rolled too low on the golden bow. Yeah, that was it. Yep. I'm just thinking, I'm like, what can be next? How does the story continue from there? Also, I still stand by the fact if Celeste just talked to the stupid bow, everything would have been fixed. Bet. See, if the golden bow was a golden sniper rifle, now you're right. You're right. They're pretty close though. More pain and suffering. God. Time jump? That's what I thought. Yeah, we went back in time. It's back to when I first touched the bow. It's going to be like that thing of like, you know information, you gotta like use it. You have to use it the next time around. Although it would be funny, it would be very funny and entertaining if she had to like give up being the Saintess. It's like the only way to defeat the Demon Queen is if Levi does it. But there had to be, wasn't there a thing that had to be love involved? We were trying to figure out that part. There has to be love involved. It won't be simple, but with each time it's easier. I love that. I love when games are doing that now. I love that stuff. Okay. But I do need to take a break. That was the complete extended demo version of Saintess of the Golden Bow. YouTube, this was it has to at least be like a 3.5, 4 hour VOD. That's just the extended demo part. There's another part before this with all the exposition that was the original demo. So, in a free extended demo version, you get all of this. It's a good freaking story. And you're probably gonna want to romance two people that I have no interest in romancing, so you should play it yourself. You should get it, play it yourself. You should support them on Kickstarter. All that information is gonna be in the description box below. Speaking of Twitch, do you guys want to say bye to YouTube? Because this is the end of the VOD. You should say bye. I'm excited to see where this game goes. I'm excited to see if we're actually in, is it us? Are we really the ones that are going to defeat the Demon Queen? Or is this, you know, just a, I'm just gonna throw the bow at Levi at some point and be like, here you go. I'm pretty sure it's you, not me. But YouTube, again, thanks so much for hanging out. All the information is gonna be down in the description box below, and when the full game is released, I will definitely be here to play it, so. And with that, I hope you have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next next time. Bye, guys.